3, 2, 1. Welcome to Credit Zero.
Hey, Editor Me. How's it going?
Is it recording?
Yeah. Welcome to After School Arcade, everybody.
You didn't even do an audio test.
Did you do an audio test?
Yeah, I did.
For you?
You're talking. For myself? Yes.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
We were talking the whole
I
time.
can see it.
Go fuck y'all. We didn't hear you. And if I didn't hear you, neither did the fucking microphone. You were just like whispering soft nothings into the fucking microphone.
Yeah, for you.
I don't want that for me.
When you edit it, you're gonna be hearing them.
Have we started?
Yes!
This fucking sucks. Welcome to Credit Zero. What is it the month of? Not the fine old, because you're gonna be like, why is it the final? Because you've always done that every fucking time, Drew.
I've never done that before in my life.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
I mean, yes and, yeah, I've totally done that.
You did it like 2 episodes in a row where you're like, the final? Because I didn't pronounce my D correctly. You know what I'm
You
saying?
missed out on the D.
Yeah. It's June?
July.
It's the June episode? Is it the June episode or is it the July episode?
Because the May episode came in June.
Go fuck yourself, I was busy. We recorded, hold on. We recorded it on like the fucking 25th and I have things to do, Darel.
Well, I'm just saying, on the podcast, several times you said like, oh, I'm gonna have like a few days to get this out. But
Sorry, how many fucking podcast episodes have you edited?
None.
Oh, what's that? How many of the Patreon blogs have you done?
We have blogs still?
Holy shit! What work have you put into this fucking group, Darel?
I showed up today.
That's it! What work have you put in, Drew?
I hosted it and did a couple of the blogs at the beginning.
What work have you done, Luke?
I do financial stuff
And how late were you with the latest fucking financial? You put like money into my account going like, this is for the last 4 months.
3 months. Yeah.
Yeah!
How about this? I found Goggle 44.
Alright. You're like 10% of the way there. First few Patreon blogs, you know what, that's like 2%. That's like milk. Because you were like skipped 2 weeks, and I was like, hey, why'd you not do the weekly thing, the one thing we asked you to do? And you were like, you skipped, no, it was a bag. And you were like, oh, we didn't release anything this week. And I was like, I did!
Can we just all appreciate that Darel waited until we hit record to call you out on not posting the podcast on the proper time?
It was like June 1st, too.
Well, you asked me, is this gonna be? This is obviously gonna be the July one. Right?
No, it's gonna be the June one. We didn't release one for June. We already put in the May episode. We recorded it in May.
We did.
That's what it's got put on the YouTube videos. They always ask like, what's the recording day? And I go like, it was this specific day. What do you have to say to that, Darel Dean?
What month is it now, Darel?
It's June now.
What?
What kind of episode is it, Darel?
It's the summer episode.
Oh
It's
my
the
god.
I like that. Okay. Welcome to summer, everybody, because it's going to be later than June 21st when we release this.
Yeah.
It's later than June 21st right now.
Well, then it's...
He wasn't lying.
Yeah, fuck yourself. How have you guys been? This is the first time we've actually gotten to get together in like...
Months.
2 months. It really only 2 months.
2 months is not a long time, but it's felt like a long time.
Yeah.
But we're all here together in my basement this time, because fuck it if I'm gonna let somebody else sit on my bed while they're sick.
You let a dog sit on your bed.
Yeah, but he's cute. You're
Filthy.
I am cute. I am cuter than that fucking dog. You say I'm not as cute as Bear?
You know what you should know?
What?
Apparently, all of Julia's friends, potentially including Sarah, think we should sleep together. They ship us super hard.
Like you and Luke's friends, or you and me?
Or you and Bear.
You and me.
Yeah. So, they think that I, Twee, Paul, should sleep with you, Drew.
Apparently.
Why?
I don't know. I went over to pick up Julia from Sarah's house.
No one knows who any of these people
Julia
are.
is my girlfriend. Sarah is Luke's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Go for it. Go for it.
Government.
3, 2, 1, government. 3, 2, 1, government.
Only 2 of us are doing this.
Yeah, one of us is drinking as I do the 3, 2, 1. Thank you, Darel.
I'm certainly not gonna do it. I fucking hate that shit.
Oh, okay, hold on. I want to make an apology. to you guys.
Thank you.
Drew and Paul. I feel like the last episode we ripped on you guys.
Did you just apologize to Paul?
No,
Sorry.
keep it this way. Keep it this way, you motherfucker.
All right.
Don't apologize to Luke. Apologize to me. I was in the room with you, but apologize to me.
No, we were exceptionally hard to you two.
You
were
literally
hard
asked
while
us to roast you. You
No.
specifically said-
You said you were gonna do it and like jump in, commenting on what we did, and I was like, "Are you gonna like Stanley and Waldorf us? Stan Waldorf us?" And you were like, "No, we're not gonna do that." I
Daryl
was
just
like, okay.
corrected. Daryl just corrected you on what you had to say, and you still messed it up. I just want to point that out.
Look, it's been a while since I've seen the Muppets.
Statner and Waldorf.
Statner and Waldorf. I asked if you were gonna do that. You corrected me, and then I got the name correct the second time that time.
All right.
And you also said you weren't gonna do that, and then you fucking did.
What do you mean you did? Well, we
You
did.
heckled us the whole time.
Well, not the whole time. Like the first interruption, when we listened to your thing, we were like, we should cut in instead because these two are deader than a limp fish. And Daryl agreed. And so I was like, I texted you going like, hey Drew, your ass is fat. Let's go fucking insert ourselves into the podcast. That way we keep the energy up. Otherwise it'll be an awkward unbalance of energy. And you were like, oh man, I sure am stupid. Yeah, that sounds good. My name's Drew. And then you said stupid shit, and I wanted to comment on it like I would here. It would just became a normal podcast at that point. I see no reason to apologize for not deviating from my normal behavior unless it's problematic. And quite frankly, you're a white male.
Yeah, the problem is though they weren't in the same room to defend themselves.
We can't defend ourselves.
Right, so that's why I'm apologizing, and you're not. So
I am not. No.
And that's why we like Daryl better.
To be fair, even if they were in the same room, I wouldn't let them apologize. I'd shout over them.
You can at least attack back. I don't know, come out swinging.
Alright, what the fuck would you have to say about, like, just interrupt our improv whenever we're on stage, audience, and just roast the shit out of us? And I was like, don't fucking do that. Go ahead, retort that. Explain to me why it's better to have people interrupt. Remember when you came over and watched Improv Niagara, and was it you or was it someone else in our year?
I've not seen Improv Niagara get
Okay.
get
Well, you heard.
you talked about
Yeah,
that
I talked about it on the
but-
podcast. Yeah, trust me. An improv troupe that invites people to heckle them basically means that the improv troupe doesn't really have control over their own show, and I'd say like 80% of the audience hates the show and themselves for coming to it because all they're doing is listening to Greg from accounting in the fucking audience going, "This sucks." It's stupid and I hate it.
I will say,
Yes,
the example you gave
you're on your way to a great sentence.
was.
Oh, that was a great
I'll get there
sentence.
faster.
There we go.
I'll get there faster if you stop interrupting me. The example you gave was not
Whoa,
true
what's over
to
here?
the situation.
Daryl, when'd you get here?
I'm sipping tea.
All right, go ahead, Drew.
Because I was talking to people on the podcast, avid listeners, fans of the show, theoretically, or at least mildly interested. Right? We're not talking about people we just see in the bar and they're calling out after having a few rounds of drinks.
No
right?
one's going to just be able to discern that when they're listening to the podcast for the first time and going, oh fuck, I'm in the Waterloo region. May as well watch these guys when the Croon Madoon is over. Croon Madoon
You know
is my
what?
word for...
If me saying you can heckle gets people to come to the show after the Croon Madoon's over,
Yeah,
then,
nice. You use the same thing.
that's money in the bank. So,
Is that all this means to your money?
no.
Well, then fucking... I would genuinely rather have, like, less money and less viewership, and they are, like, awesome to us, than, like, oh, we made $1,000 a show. But, man, we just hated our time on stage, and probably a lot of people were like, ugh, he's interrupting McJones in the fucking audience, you know?
Jones.
Yeah.
I agree. How about I amend it?
Okay, go ahead. Amend it.
Instead of heckling,
Put stupid music here, me. Go ahead.
Instead of heckling during the show or during the scene, if Luke and I don't move the scene forward and you
Holy
notice
shit,
it,
Luke is here. Yeah.
call us out after the show. Come up to us when I'm like handing out the cue cards or whatever for the questions. Just be like, yo, Drew, in that scene you did about the waffles, fucking hurry up and move it along.
If you were handing them out, they'd have to be cute cards. Why
Who
do
was that?
you?
No,
I'm saying you're cute.
no, who was that voice?
Mine. It's me, Paul from school. Drew.
I've never met this man in my life.
Well, that's fair. Neither have I. I'm fucking dissociating right now. Why do your friends, Luke, want Drew and I to sleep together? Didn't I sleep with one of them? I think so.
Yeah,
You're
but she
asking
was,
me a question.
she was also apparently one of the... You were in the room when they were talking about...
You had the blankest face in the history of humanity while asking. You're asking me a question.
I don't know, man. I don't know why they think you should sleep together, and I'm not responsible for them. I don't. Whatever you do in your own bedrooms is up to you guys.
Wait, I'll cut these out with various cough sounds. Which friends asked us to sleep together besides Julie and Sarah?
The story that I was told, right, is that they were all getting drunk or whatever. Luke was there, so I don't know.
You want us to sleep together?
No, I was the only sober one, and I did not give a shit about what they were talking about.
Okay.
I was on my phone the whole time, just making sure people drank water.
I don't know how many people you've met, but it was Julia, Sarah, and no, not.
I haven't
Not
met
bragging,
two
just
of these people. I haven't met like a good two of these people, and they're just like two males getting it on that I don't know about. Fuck yes, I'm straight. Aren't they straight?
I don't know.
You can be straight and still want to watch two guys doing stuff.
To be fair, I don't think they wanted to watch.
Well, then why do they want us to do it? What does
They-
it benefit them?
They were just shipping us super hard, apparently. That's what Julia said. And
Why?
apparently your previous partner was one of the biggest proponents of it.
Well, yeah, because she knows I can do it well.
She's looking out for my best interest.
Oh, that's sweet. I don't know how good I'd be with a guy. I'm pretty rusty with guys. I haven't done a lot of like stuff with guys. Have I told you that like? I think I told all of you independently this that I'm like an outlier in the LGBT community. That I became bi as opposed to like discovered I was bi in 2018.
I don't recall that.
Like,
Please do explain.
Like over the course of a week, I was just sort of like, I'm into dudes now. That's interesting. And I didn't have this big epiphany where it's like, I was always into dudes, you know, like that sort of thing. Or it's just like, no, I think I could totally live as bi from now on. It's like how some people who are trans will declare that they were like female or male or non-binary the whole time. And then others will just be like, no, I choose to live now as a male or as a female or as non-binary. And that's like...
So you weren't closeted, you just sort of like realized and went like, huh.
No, again, realized. Became. Became is the word.
So it was a decision then?
Nope. It was a transformation. It was an internal
You're throwing
transformation.
around a lot of words.
Realizing implies that it was already present.
There was like a moment in your life where you were just like... But it's not like, holy shit, I'm bi. It's like, I could be bi. I'm gonna be bi.
Again, that seems more like a decision. It is like, holy shit, I'm bi, but it's holy shit, I'm bi as of this moment forward.
That's realization. We keep getting into semantic arguments about the meaning of words.
Yeah,
We should probably stop that.
Not pictured before this podcast, the 30 minutes of Drew and I arguing about what is originality and what is derivative, and us going like, oh fuck, we should have turned the podcast on.
You didn't miss out on much, let's be honest.
I don't know, I had fun with that conversation. Anyway, yeah, so I only became bi in 2018. Fun fact, I will say that, like, there's been 3 groups of people here. There have been, like, the bigots, and quite frankly, in your hometown, Drew, I have met the most of them by fucking far. Don't know what the
The
fuck's up
gas
with that.
station person?
Yeah, there was the gas station person, several people on the street that stopped me and called me like either a queer or a faggot or something like that. As long-time listeners of the podcast will know, I like the word faggot because I think it's hilarious. I don't like the word queer. You can use it to describe yourself, never use it to describe me, because I think like I've been called that more in like my childhood as like an offensive thing, and also it still means someone who is odd or unfitting in a negative connotation way, and I don't want to personally identify with that kind of like narrative. I'll sooner identify as faggotkin than queer.
Well, it certainly means like odd or like weird or like not normal.
Yeah, the situation is queer.
The like negative connotation is like loaded in yourself, basically.
Yeah,
Like
but
that's
it's
decided by each person.
yeah, no, that's why I said it's a person by person basis,
Yeah. And for
you
you, it's a
can.
negative connotation.
That's why I said you can identify as queer as you if you want. I just don't want to be fucking identified as that. It just seems. It's not a word I
That's
care
fair.
to be identified by.
Okay.
Thank you, Luke.
You're welcome.
You have
How's
Luke's
everybody-
permission.
How's everybody doing?
I'm fine. I mean, I'm very low energy right now. I fasted for the last 48 hours.
You fasted?
Not eaten.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Darel, we got him. Yeah.
Why am I high-fiving you?
We were equal partners in this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did I help you faster?
Yeah, I just decided that.
Alright.
At any rate, I haven't had much experience with guys because I've only got like 1.5 years of being slutty with them, and most of the time I've been like in a horrible depression.
It sounds more like a lack of experience than being rusty. Like you haven't had the chance to get rusty yet. It's too recent.
It's complicated.
Okay.
It's like that one movie with Meryl Streep and what's the other guy?
Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin. It's complicated.
That was you worked hard for that reference.
Luke worked hard. I want to give credit to him.
Alec Baldwin.
Thank
now,
you.
From Long Island. Now.
Yeah. Iced tea.
Ice-T's not from Long Island.
Long Island iced tea is.
Is it a parody artist?
No, it's a drink. It's an alcoholic drink.
I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about the rapper turned metal star, Ice-T.
No, that's Ice Cube.
No, Ice-T is actually, he's on Law and Order, and he was a rapper.
No, that's Vanilla Ice.
No.
Oh, Vanilla Ice is not an actor.
Yes, he is. I mean, you ever seen Cool as Ice? That's a movie. That's a straight to VHS movie.
Really?
It's like a cop show movie.
Wow.
It's bad.
Ice-T's
imagine.
from West Coast, I think.
Yeah.
He's a West Coast guy. Anyway,
I haven't
elaborate
seen it.
on Rusty, sex-wise. What does that mean to you, Paul?
That means I don't think I could suck a dick well.
And does lubricant help with the rest?
Do we want to get into like the nitty gritty of anal? No. Yeah, there we go. There's the answer.
I wasn't gonna lead it down that road.
Wait,
Well, I don't know.
when Luke's entire like 50 plus posse of friends all simultaneously cheered for you to butt fuck me, what like form of sex were they talking about? Were they like, blow him, Drew, or something like
I was
that?
not privy to that information. The conversation happened before I got there.
There was the only thing that I remember because I was half listening to it.
You
was
were the
there was-
most sober and the one that can't remember
and I
anything.
didn't give a shit about it.
I think it's fair if someone was talking about my friends that aren't like one of them isn't gay getting it on. I'd tune out the fucking conversation too because I think it's weird. I'm on your side, Luke.
Yeah, I was on my phone. I just told my girlfriend to go to bed, and that was my whole night.
In a bar?
No, it was at home.
Oh,
We're
okay.
drinking at home.
Got it.
I think there was a discussion that I half heard about who would bottom and who would top.
All right, who?
There was dispute.
All right, I'm listening.
I think someone like Julia said that.
We don't need to bleep that out. She's romantically tied to Drew.
Okay, Julia said that you Drew had top energy. However, everyone else said no.
That does not surprise me at all.
I feel like you have soft dom energy. Like you're not the sort of like apologize to me and you'll get some like that sort of thing. You're just sort of like you're the caring type of dom where it's just like you're my good girl or something like that.
But does Dom?
Admittedly, I'm not the biggest for like dirty talk.
You're just silent. You're just like all right, and then just like clothes rustling and just sort of like hold on. An audio sex tape of Drew.
Sonic Erotica presents.
Gross.
But no, I
Yeah.
do think that's a bit of a weak point for me. I think I can get into that more. But it's
What, hard doming?
no. Maybe
Soft-
I don't know.
soft doming?
Talk like more vocal.
Are you a hard dom or a soft dom?
Are you a soft top or a drop top?
Or a
Crop
crop
top.
or a crop
Crop
top?
Mop top.
If
Laptop? Red Bull.
Taj Mahal.
You know what I fucking hate about that? Okay. So there's an improv game. We'll get back to who's
Yeah, explain
talking.
the game.
Okay, who's stopping?
There's a game called Red Ball where everybody in improv, where everybody in the improv troupe is like in a circle, and they have to pass around things that sound similar to each other, and like you can get mixed up really easily. So one of them's like Red Ball, and one of them's Bread Bowl, and one of them's Bed Pole, and one of them's Taj Mahal, and one of them's Waterfall. And there's like more rules, but basically you're passing all these different things around a circle and trying not to like mishear when someone passes you like Bread Bowl and you're like Bed Pole. You have to like make sure that you know what's being passed as what.
Yeah, there's like a mime that's associated with each one.
Yeah. One thing I despise about that is that at least in the association that I played it with, University of Waterloo Improv, they've got like Red Ball, Bed Pole, Bread Bowl, Blue Ball, Red Bull, Taj Mahal, Waterfall, Baltimore.
That's a new one.
Baltimore! It doesn't sound a damn thing like the rest of them!
It's like the Adrian
Yeah!
of Red Ball.
Yeah! I'm not even gonna explain that one. Just Adrian, you know.
Yeah, you
Anybody who's listening named Adrian, you know. Are you a soft top or a hard top, Drew?
If I had to choose, it would be soft top.
Ding 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 ding.
But okay, so but like top, would you bottom?
Okay, so
That's
like,
a hard question, because that's a hypothetical, because you're
it's a
not even gay.
hypothetical.
Would you get pegged? Pegging was straight out.
I'm not interested in being pegged.
So then probably just like due to prudishness, you'd
However,
probably be a top.
I'm not gonna write it off until I'm say when I'm 30, maybe I'll be more interested. But I'm not interested right now.
You're in the prime of your youth, man. This is the most elastic your ass is ever gonna get. Sorry for speaking the truth.
Anyway,
Does it get tighter with age?
I have.
It gets
things
less
looser.
elastic with age.
Yeah.
Whoa,
It relaxes. Whatever.
Yeah, not to mention
Develop calluses.
you know what bowels do.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that shit when you're older, you know?
Yeah.
Stank ass old man.
Yeah, I got some janky butthole.
Yeah, that butthole is jank.
I don't have anything against power play or whatever terms. I don't need to be the top or whatever, but I'm not interested in being the bottom for a hard top. I don't want a dominatrix situation happening.
I'm a bottom feeder.
Hey, whoa.
Same, if you know what I mean.
Hey.
You gotta feed them bottoms.
Wait. No one can see on the podcast. Raise hand if you've ever eaten ass. Fuck. Yeah? Okay. Yeah? Alright, cool.
That's two out of four.
Hey, don't spoil
We're
it.
not gonna say who.
We know who one of them is! Alright, raise your hand if you've ever had your ass eaten. Prudes, the lot of you.
Hey, you gave it away.
I did, only me. There you go, there's some theory for you if anybody connected to Luke's insane clown posse of who should fuck who next friends listens to this fucking episode. Depraved perverts, gormless fucking idiots.
Like and subscribe.
Wait, was it watch it on SoundCloud, not Spotify?
That's what it is now. Alright. I feel like we'd have to experiment if we'd find out who's the top and who's the bottom.
You wouldn't decide on paper.
No, of course, you gotta be fair. Part of being, I feel like you understand me because I think I also default to being a soft top. Part of being a soft top is making sure that everyone's comfortable and compromising on situations where you can compromise.
Right.
Yeah? Is that
That
fair?
makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. I have no clue why the fuck Julia thinks that you have more top energy than I do, because I think people have almost solely described me in sexual talk as you have the most hard top energy, and what, you can bottom ever? That's surprising.
It's probably because she was trying to defend me or something, and given that she's been with me sexually.
What? Drew!
Oh, wow, that's weird.
I hope you headphone users were ready for that.
I'm gonna listen to this editing and go, fuck!
Oh, 3 compressors.
You're gonna hear you guys go Drew, and then immediately turn it down because you know what's coming.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
So if the word Drew ever gets said again, in any podcast ever, just know to turn it down.
3, 2, 1. Drew? What the fuck, Darel? Do you just not want to participate anymore?
What? Huh?
You made eye contact let's do it.
Yeah.
He's that guy who's let's all jump into the pool together, and then just stand at the edge.
Something I liked about our earlier episodes is we had such cohesion. After Luke would just go oh, because he wanted to be in the conversation, and I'd go 3, 2, 1, oh. Darel!
Even as a hypothetical, as an example.
Do you not want to join us?
No,
Are we not cool enough for you anymore?
That time I didn't know it was happening. The first time I was in solidarity with Drew. All right?
Yeah.
Peak.
Yeah, it's good. All right, I think we've answered that adequately about
That question.
yeah, the top and whodunit. maybe Julia also knows that I've taken it before and you haven't, and you'd be a whiny little bitch about it.
Could be.
How
I
big's
am
your
quite
dick?
a complainer.
How big's your dick?
You've asked me that off the podcast and I've not answered that. Why would I answer it on the podcast?
In case you want people to know.
Yeah.
Maybe Julia wants to know.
Does it change over time?
I mean,
Does it get bigger? Does it get smaller?
Everyone's
technically-
does.
I think you need to go to a doctor if it doesn't.
Yeah. Has yours been hard for over 4 hours? Because you should see a doctor.
It's cool if it's been soft for over 4 hours. Just want to throw that one.
Yeah, you don't have to constantly fluff yourself every 4 hours.
Yeah. Otherwise, when you get 80, there's going to be a fucking rude awakening.
Yeah, maybe during your teenage years, but not anymore.
I've always been a soft bottom.
Yeah? The hell's a hard bottom? Actually, no, I've totally
That's
been
like-
I've totally been a dom while like bottoming for someone.
Oh, like a power bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
There's differences in between like dominating and subbing and being the top and the bottom. So top and bottom is purely physical.
Yeah.
Where like the top is like the one giving dick, strap on, or even like fingers or tongue or whatever the fuck to somebody. Which is interesting because you'd think that like the person receiving would often be the top, you know?
Because they're the one that's like having the fun.
Yeah, it's basically like whoever gets their dick wet for some strange reason is like perceived as the dom, and I say no to that. It's all about power play when it comes to dom versus sub. So whoever's in the position of power, for example, let's say like, I don't know, you were into some kinky shit, right? You got chained up in a basement,
Yeah.
and someone was sucking your dick. You could not possibly escape the situation, and the only thing that could save you in that situation is the safe word. You, my friend, are subbing, but you're the top.
Yeah, because you're... Oh, that's interesting.
I guess that makes sense.
Isn't that interesting? It's not like a two-way street, it's a fucking four-way street.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I understand that, like, the power relations versus physical. I just never thought that getting your dick sucked, you'd be the top if you had the genitalia.
Yeah, 100%. You can't be, like, the bottom when you're getting your dick sucked because you're the one being pleased and the other one isn't.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Okay, but okay. So
Same thing if someone's licking your clit. If someone's licking your clit, you are the top. It just depends. Like, if you're all bashful and, no, don't lick my clitty, then you are the... then you are the...
Please, next time you do that, make the person sound older.
Oh, don't do that! Don't lick my clitty! Then you'd be the bottom. But if you're like, yes! God, yes! Oh, my clitty! Eisenhower! Then you're the top.
I guess I asked for this, so I can't complain.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Luke's Posse of Perverts, which is the
POP.
title of this fucking podcast.
EOP.
Then... Well, it's
Pop.
It's L-pop. L-pop. Luke's Posse of Perverts.
Oh, gotcha. L-pop.
Yes, L-pop.
It's a new genre of music.
Well, I couldn't call it anything. D-pop is kind of like sexual, and P-pop sounds stupid.
L-pop.
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 It's like K-pop, but one letter
Yes,
less.
from Liberia.
What's that?
It's a country.
That starts with an L.
Yeah.
K-pop is from Korea.
Yeah, and Korea
Starts with a K.
with a K.
Yeah.
And it's not coming from North Korea.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. NK-pop.
It's propaganda.
It's just a bunch of starving people just dancing for food.
Oh no. It's like a shaky, like, shitty flip phone camera. It's so sad.
You're making it sadder.
Yeah, it's like that's in the deep trenches of like goth clubs.
You know what the full name of North Korea is? The Democratic People's Republic of North Korea. It's not a democracy or a republic.
Or for the people.
Yeah, it's kind of like when Hitler's party was named like the Socialist Group of Canada or whatever the fuck it was called.
Yeah, definitely Canada.
Yeah.
Natural,
And now, and like, I don't know, half a century later, it fooled one of my fucking senseis at the dojo, and he's like, oh, actually, Hitler was a socialist.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, name one fucking aspect of the Night of Long Knives or Autarky or any of the raised tariffs that he was a fucking socialist, you gormless rube.
Yeah, but that's the grift, is that you take fuck, never mind.
You take a word, you take a title.
You appropriate the terms so you disguise yourself as a different group.
You dumb boy, you piss man, I got nothing. Luke went to the bathroom.
No, he didn't. And why did he leave? He's not shitting out of his asshole anymore.
He
Wait.
is. I hate to burst your bubble. That is how human beings operate. He's just not bleeding out of it.
A little bit.
A little bit?
Not as much as I was before.
How much blood?
It's like a little dribble.
Like, yeah, but it's striated, so it's like in the poop longer. It's not like coming out straight out of my asshole and like I dumped cranberry juice in the toilet.
Oh, was that what it was like before?
Yes, it was for months, and I was losing blood and fainting.
Disclaimer: don't eat while listening to this podcast ever.
Drew.
3, 2,
No.
1. Drew. Darel,
That was like 20%.
I don't even think sound escaped your mouth.
Its mouth moved, but
Are you willing to join us on anything that I got 3, 2, 1 on?
Yeah.
I have yet to see that happen.
We'll see.
All right.
We'll see.
Darel, tell us about your exciting adventures in not Waterloo ever since the Karun Madoon happened.
Yeah, it's not exciting, as you might imagine.
Thanks for listening to the podcast, everybody.
Pretty
Let's get to
much,
an ad break.
pretty much since our last podcast,
shitting out of your ass? Yeah.
I've been doing the exact
Good.
same thing. So, like, a little bit of deliveries here and there.
Deliveries?
Deliveries.
Like pizza?
Yeah, food, yeah.
Okay.
not exclusively pizza.
But pizza places have their own delivery guys just for pizza. I don't deliver pizza. I deliver everything else.
And we all learned something.
Yes. Looking at me really intensely there.
My big thing, though, is gardening. I'm really getting into digging in the dirt.
A man after his old man's old heart. As soon as you take up bird watching, whatever the fuck your dad also does, or like being in your basement and having a very timid voice while fiddling with your radio, that's the only memory I have of your dad.
Yeah, he has a ham radio hobby. So
Yeah.
he talks to people all around the world.
That's so cool.
You're
like a
becoming
cell
a
phone.
father.
Yeah.
All around the world.
The only memory I have of your mom is her sitting in her bed reading a magazine, giving me the stanky eye.
Steak ass old man.
That's, you know.
I
you're
don't think she liked me, Darel.
You're fine.
Am I?
Yeah.
You say that like you're fine. If it was like actually okay, you'd be like, no, she likes you. What are you talking about? But now you're just going, it's what? You're fine.
No, the thing is, with my mom in particular, if she doesn't like you, you would know. It's not like
I do. That's what I just said.
It's not a gray area. It's not like, oh, I think she might not like me or whatever. You know, she gave me like some cut eye or whatever. No, like she'll like put it out there
Yeah, I don't
in the
like it.
universe. It'll be very apparent. Okay, so I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
So I have a close friend of mine.
His name is Craig for the purposes of this podcast.
Sure, Craig. Craig, another friend of mine, and my parents and I, we're all having Thanksgiving dinner. And so we were talking about some new shows that were going
Hey, Macarena.
on. And Craig,
Don't interrupt, Drew. What was that for?
at the time, my friend Craig said something along the lines of, oh, there's this new show, Narcos, out. It's about Pablo Escobar, that gangster. And he referred to me as like, Darel, you know what I'm talking about, right? And then he went on and, you know, continued the story or whatever. My mom got so mad at that guy, Craig. Like, livid. Like, she was mad at him for months.
Because he knew about that show?
No, because he referred to me when he said that.
As Pablo Escobar?
No, as like me. I feel like you weren't listening to any part of my story. I was just
Start again.
okay. So I have this friend, Craig. No,
You've been getting into gardening.
yeah,
Yeah.
no. The point of the story is that
Then I showed up and your mom gave me a stank eye, and then it was like, Pablo Escobar, get out of my house. See, I listened. For months. She asked him to leave her house for months.
No, it was the fact that he referred to me when he was talking about Pablo Escobar. It's like, you know what I'm talking about, right? And that was the issue. Is that like,
What? That's
why
more
would
trivial than my joke.
why would I know about drug dealers? And that's the whole idea.
So he's insinuating that you got caught up with some shady people?
No, he wasn't insinuating that at all, but she thought that.
Your
He was
mom-
just insinuating that I knew about a TV show.
Your mom thought that he was saying that you knew Pablo Escobar?
Yeah, that I knew something about drug dealers or something like that.
Oh.
It's
she
like massively famous one.
Yes.
Your mom sounds pettier than a drama major.
You watch your mouth.
I'm sorry. Your mom is pettier.
It's just a different interpretation that she held on to for months. and he was not allowed in my house. I was not, you know.
What part of that isn't petty? Why do I have to watch my mouth?
It's just a misinterpretation. It's not like
She held on to you for months. Your words.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Anyways, I'm done. I'm done here.
I quit.
Wait, were you still friends with Craig after he insinuated that you're literally Hitler?
Yeah. Of course.
Is he in this room?
No.
Okay.
Hitler, the greatest drug dealer of all time.
He did a lot of cocaine.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Honey, he did.
He did honey?
No.
Was it lavender
Most people
infused?
did honey.
Have you had any infused honey ever? Like lilac or lavender infused honey?
No.
I want to try that shit. It sounds good.
I've been getting into honey lately, like organic honey.
Actually?
Yeah, for real.
Wow, I was kidding. Look at this fucking guy.
Honey, honey.
Is that a song?
Sugar.
You are my candy girl. That's a song, right? By the Archies, Sugar Sugar? Yeah, I don't know songs, so I've been trying to like... I've talked to you guys before about how I'm trying to listen to 10 movies a month that I haven't seen before in my life.
Exclusively listen to them.
What? No, watch them too. Believe it or not.
You said-
Although, oh, sorry. Watch 10 movies that I
You
haven't
know,
seen
in
previously.
French, it's écoutez.
Égoutté?
Yeah.
Isn't that just egg?
No.
No,
that's sorry.
egg is
I'm sorry. That's two egg. Egg is egg.
The verb to
Or sorry, yeah, égout. But two egg is égoutté. See, I know my French. I don't know what égoutté is.
To watch TV is the écouter. Like,
No, that's
to
listen.
Yes, but to watch is still
Regarder. Yes,
not to watch. Not to watch
It's
television.
not a literal translation. It's not a one-to-one.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. The French are just like fucking stupid and they're like, let's listen to the picture box.
I read my magazine while I watch TV.
Let's call it La Weekend.
Le weekend.
It's masculine. Which is
Saturdays
weird
are
because
for the
like
boys.
you think about Les Boys. Excuse me.
Les boys, les gars.
Have you ever seen Les Boys, the Quebecois sitcom?
Wouldn't it be eel boys? 'Cause
No,
it's in plural.
It's Les.
Les Boys
Oh,
Miserables.
the boys, yeah.
Nice.
Not to be boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Les Boys is a French sitcom about a fucking hockey team, and at one
Is there
episode,
hockey over there?
yeah, believe it or not, in Quebec they have fucking hockey. You may have heard of this indie band called the Montreal Canadiens. Fuck ass.
I've never listened to them.
Maurice Richard. Anyway,
Maurice Richard. I like how you were a little bit Quebecois. Maurice Richard.
actually, that was just me trying to pronounce the R like I don't normally, as I just proved with saying R instead of R. Like a pirate. Like a pirate. Yeah, we got there. Anyway, yeah, it's this stupid sitcom about a hockey team, and they do decidedly non-hockey things. And I'm just left going like, why? One episode, one of them accidentally becomes a morgue guy who like cleans the dead and puts them into the coffins.
Mortician.
Yeah, a mortician.
Morgue guy.
And like I won't be able to do this visually for you at home, but he like gets fired because he makes one of the guys rigor mortis into like a shape where he's just like grinning and got his head on one of his hands in like a sort of a hey kind of way. And that was possibly the most uncomfortable I've been in grade 8 in French class. And
So
that's
they
the
taught
only
you
reason.
French by showing you this sitcom.
Yeah, Les Boys. Well, it was difficult because they did it without any kind of subtitles, and you had to glean for yourself in the words what it was about.
So in the way of like submersing yourself into the culture.
In grade 8, it was difficult. You think like you can like, oh, whatever, I learned a language for a couple of years, I can watch like a show in that language. No, you fucking can't, because as soon as you don't get one word, it all just comes tumbling down, you know what I'm saying?
Julia was telling me about in France they have this thing called, I think it's called verlan.
We have that too.
Verlan.
Yeah. It might mean something different in Canada, but
Okay.
continue with your story.
But it's basically like you take the word for something and you just like flip it. It's basically like Pig Latin, except without the like A at the end.
Okay.
And like they just use it all the time. So if you think you know French, and then you go to France, you will not understand them because they'll just be saying words backwards all the time.
Oh, sorry.
It's like this weird slang.
In Canada, we have veal. I was mistaken. It's like a type of meat.
Lamb food.
It's
They have that in America too.
what? That's crazy.
Imagine the story.
Road trip to America.
Heyo!
Get some veal.
Pittsburgh!
No, I'm kidding.
The veal capital of the world.
I mean, there's got to be a veal capital of the world. Let me
It's
look
probably
it up.
somewhere in Greece.
Yeah,
I
Lamb's a
would
big
say
deal.
Italy.
Italy? You think so?
I don't think is veal that popular in Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had.
All I know is that it's very inhumane. It's like calf, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
young lambs.
Yeah.
So you're
It's not lambs. It's calf.
I'm pretty sure it's
veal?
cow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What am I thinking of?
You're thinking of lamb.
I'm thinking of lamb?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of lamb.
I know they call deer meat Bambi.
I
Wow.
don't think that's true.
Number one, venison. Number two, wow.
Also, it's his mom that got hunted, so they should call it after his mom.
Hereford, Texas. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. It's the beef capital of the world, so veal is just sort of lumped in there. Hereford, Texas.
Lumpy beef.
Road trip to Pittsburgh and then Hereford.
Yeah, here we go. Where in Texas is it? 'Cause
Uh,
Texas is a big state in the woods of.
It's in the county of Deaf Smith.
Where
Yeah, that
geographically?
South, north.
Texas. United States.
There's also a variety of cows called, I think, Hereford cows, or Hereford, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And they call them heifers.
Heifers. Maybe it's
you?
Maybe it's Hefford. Maybe they just don't pronounce the R-E. So it's Hefford.
They're like you, they don't pronounce it.
Nice. Well done. Well, you sold it. Well done.
callback.
North Texas.
Okay, so like near Oklahoma.
I'll make it.
Is Oklahoma near Texas?
Oklahoma's north of Texas, yeah.
I don't know
It's
my
just
states
half.
very well. Like, in terms of geography, I think that's possibly my worst subject in school. Wait, that's a topic. Let's go around the circle. What's our worst topic we ever had in school? Geography, no question.
Are we counting university or just like high school courses where you had to take them?
I'd say just like the one thing that it's like clear, I am a dumbass in this. I couldn't possibly like do this well. So if it applies to university more, look at this guy. He went to fucking university.
We met at university.
Yeah, but I'm anti-academic, so I get to like tout it while also going there.
You
get
can't
to
take a
benefit-
degree and reject your degree.
I
Okay,
can.
you got it.
I
you
can
got
absolutely
it.
reject
You
my.
earned it.
I don't have to put it on my resume. It means nothing to me
You're
now.
benefiting from the privilege of your degree and just going like, oh, but I'm not like those people.
I am not like
I'm not
most
like
people.
most girls.
I'm not like most girls. I have a dick.
Most girls don't have a dick.
Yeah,
some girls
it's a
do.
good thing to tell people.
I met a girl once who was more hung than me, and I was like, oh my god, marry me. We had sex 3 times, and then she moved to the United States.
Ah.
I know, right?
Did she move to Texas?
No, I would have recommended Hereford.
She's a real heifer now.
Yeah.
Did she
You
move
called
to
her
the
a cow.
She's the beef capital of the world, you know what I'm saying?
You called her a cow. You called
but
this
she's-
woman a cow.
But, you know, it's okay, I
Did she move
guess.
to the
I don't think
Bible
she'll be
Belt?
offended. She's surprisingly skinny, which is also weird considering that she's like on hormones and has a bigger dick than me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the gangly guys that have the big dicks.
she's not a guy. You transphobe.
That's
Wow.
not
You
what I mean.
absolute
Wow.
J.K.
That's-
Rowling.
That's
You
not what I
glam
mean.
lurhead. Turf alert.
That's not-
We have a turf war over here.
Say, Luke, your girlfriend, does she have a dick or a vag?
She's a fan.
Oh, turf. Turf.
No.
Turf. So what's your worst subject in school? I believe Luke's will be social studies.
Or sex ed, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay, we nailed it. Go ahead.
I mean, the thing that I like scored the least well in was it was
or men.
Wait, sorry. What do you define as women, Luke?
People who identify as women.
Oh, yeah, you say that now that you're trying to save face. You're like that one
I'm
guy.
growing.
Yeah, alright. Joe Rogan, go ahead.
the one I scored the least in was it was like urban geography, but I don't
So geography.
but I don't count it because it was an online course. And it's the only online course I took, and I think that's why I did so bad in it.
You don't have to base it off of numbers, Drew. Just base it off of how you feel. I honestly think I got a better mark in geography than I did in like my final high school drama course, but that's because my teacher screwed me over and
Your
looked at
teacher
the...
didn't like you.
He didn't like me professionally. Did I ever tell you guys the story of my final essay?
No.
The essay? I don't think
Yeah.
it's an essay.
Okay. So final essay, right? Worth about, I think, 15% of our overall grade, which in high school is like, holy shit. In university, it's par for the course.
Yes.
In fact, it's almost like small. But yeah. But in high school, it's like, oh my god, 15 fucking percent. So I hand it into him. He looks at the title and like. He maybe looks at the first page or something like that. He hands it back to me and says, "I'm disappointed in you. I think you, based on what I've read so far, I think that you didn't have your heart in this. So I'm returning it to you. You had a 0. I'm sorry."
Jeez.
I feel like you can get like fired for that.
And so
Maybe not fired, but at least like written up.
I didn't fucking know. So I was just like, well, if that's how you feel, do you want to read through it anyway? And he said, okay, if you think that you want me to. And I was like, yeah, because I think I put passion into it. And I figured that like the dude would like read through it and just go like, oh, okay, he did try. Because I didn't fucking try.
At least like a 70 or something.
Yeah. And he gave it back to me and was like, yeah, there were parts of it that I enjoyed. Still got a 0 though.
What?
Yeah, still got a fucking 0 though. So I finished that year with a 52 in drama because of that and several other fucking events. Despite being one of the only, you know how you got 1 act in drama?
Yeah.
Your university? We had to do that shit in high school. Not just like memorizing a play. No, writing it from scratch, designing the fucking set.
Yeah.
And doing this.
Do the whole thing.
Yeah. How long did you get to do your 1 act?
I didn't do the 1X. I wasn't part of that course.
How long do the people get?
It's like a course.
A full semester?
Basically.
Cool. We got 1.5 months.
Like there's other shit going on, but
One and a half months in a full high school thing to put together from scratch.
1 period a day.
1 period a day. So obviously you were spending at least 2 hours out of school doing this.
Yeah.
And I think at the beginning of the grade 12 year, we had like 26 students in our class. We had at least half that by the end.
Really?
And people don't drop out of like high school courses. They drop out of university courses because they can just take it next year. But in high school, you got this
Especially grade
idea.
12.
Yeah, you got this idea drilled into you. It's like, no, I have to finish everything. Otherwise, I'll be grade 12B. Fuck that shit, you know? So yeah, because of all that shit, you'd think based on like pure numbers alone, wow, he's good at geography because he got like a 79 in grade 9 in a school that's like famous for overinflating fucking grades and got a 50, like either 53 or 52 in drama in grade 12. He must fucking suck at drama.
He'll never be an improviser.
Yeah, he'll never be a real actor. He'll never do anything involved in drama. Me in the fuck while I was like one of 2 people that had their scripts okayed by that fucking teacher in the 1 acts. So like everyone else wrote scripts and was like, these aren't good enough. Only Paul's and fucking like Hannah's survived. Hannah elected not to do hers. I was the only one that got to do mine.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's because
Did everybody have to be in yours then? Like what did the rest of them do?
the rest of them got like pre-written scripts of like famous short plays. So I did my own, and the theme of it was basically nothing you taught me this year is valuable in my opinion, Mr. Teacher. It was just basically like they were basically like, it was one of those abstract plays that was just like 2 gestures of the theater, and one of them was basically my opinion, where it was just like, I hate everything, none of this is good, I'm edgy, blah. I like took some shots at myself too, and the other half was like the stereotypical, I'm sucking Mr. I don't want to say his name, Mr. Peterson's dick for marks, kind of like, everything he does has meaning. The fucking theater is so important and holy and shit.
I mean, you can shit on your teacher all you want, but that's a pretty bold move to read that play and be like, yeah, alright. Like, to okay a play like that.
No, he loved it and then morphed it into his own thing. He, like, slowly changed it bit by bit, and, like, by the end it wasn't even recognizable from what I was doing.
Really?
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
I take it back, he's a shithead.
He's not a shithead, he's academically a shithead. Like, as a person, I got along decently with him, which is surprising. But you ever seen Whiplash? Yeah?
Yeah.
He's basically that for drama.
He threw a symbol at you?
Okay, so I didn't see this story myself, but in one unit, people had to make masks out of clay, and apparently, according to my friend, who is very reputable, he would not lie about these sorts of things, if the teacher saw you molding anything with your fingers, as opposed to the tools given to you, he would take your mask, throw it at the wall, and calmly tell you to start over.
What?
Jesus.
Doesn't matter how long you spent on that mask, if he saw that shit happening, he would take it, throw it at the wall, and tell you to start over. Also, he wouldn't clean up the mess like from that wall, he'd expect you to.
Jeez, this guy's got a lot of power going to his head.
Yep. I also accused him point blank of having favorite students, and he was like, no, I don't.
I kind of just accept that all teachers have favorite students.
I'm cool if they admit to it, and they're like, yeah,
fair, yeah.
I'll talk to people differently based on how I like them. I'm working on this theory that, like, at least in my school, right? At least in the schools that I went to, I'd say a good 50% of all the teachers that I experienced were complete narcissists.
Shit.
That's not like a shallow. That's not like a low stakes claim to make. I realize that.
Yeah, that's a hefty.
Yeah, but especially after like going to school and like taking a course in education, where like I got to see education majors. Genuinely, I now like believe it more than before. That like 50% of the people going into like either high school education or just like maybe not so much middle school education, but even then they've got this sort of like holier than thou thing going for them.
Like-
Go figure,
like
you
the-
in grade
the-
6 at the time.
The students you went to that were taking education courses, they were also narcissistic.
Yes.
Which is like, okay.
I'd say that like around half of them were narcissists as well. Did I ever tell you about the fucking debate we had to get into on the first day?
You're jumping stories so much, but go with the
sorry,
debate.
I'm sorry.
Go with the debate.
All right, debate, and then you can answer what's your worst subject based on how you feel. I'm sorry that I derailed this train. Okay, so picture this, right? Scene 1, open, interior shot, right? Classroom. I'm not a filmmaker. So there's this education classroom. It's called Video Games in the Classroom. Our first day, we're put into this like debate thing where we have to debate: are video games a valid tool in the classroom? That's half the class debating that. Or should they be banned from classrooms? Period. Not valid in the slightest. Other camp. We don't choose our sides. I get put into no. They should be ejected from all classrooms ever. Right?
While you're like in a game making course.
Or a game making major, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And also a course that's called Video Games in the Classroom. Day 1. Hey, should we not have these in the classroom?
I had to do the same thing in my technology and business course. I had to argue on the side of technology has no value in business.
What are we gonna use? Fucking trebuchets to fucking like
Exactly.
throw taxes at people?
There was like one guy who argued it at one point like 20 years ago, and I was like, I guess I just have to quote him the entire time.
Okay, so there's the have to aspect. God knows I like to break the rules. By the end of the debate, I was not supporting my side in the slightest. You wanna fucking know why? Because the class, full of like education majors and like 3 game design majors, and the other 2 game design majors had the good grades to be put on the yes, video games are valid section.
How many allies did you have in this?
Well, it depends on what you call allies. I'll tell you the fucking
okay.
story, because again, I switched sides, kinda. Because it sort of became a free-for-all once I started to switch sides, because people were just debating how they felt as opposed to like what they were pre-decided what they should
Or
fucking
based
vote
on the
for.
research they did going into it?
Because the overwhelmingly high like education majors started to make the actual fucking argument that video games should be banned from classrooms because it's ableist because some students are blind.
Holy shit.
Almost all of them came to this conclusion and agreed with one another.
They ban whiteboards? Like, what is
No,
that
yeah,
mean?
I raised my hand and just like asked them like, how many of you have burned your school books because some people are blind? And like nobody like said anything for a bit, and like one of them was like, that's a bit of an unfair comparison. How? Well, because video games are like, and they gave this like whole excuse about how they're like meant for entertainment primarily, and books are meant to educate primarily and stuff like that. And
Yes,
then,
I read R.A. Salvatore for education.
yeah, exact. I felt like a fucking infinite jest taught me so many ways to be an edgy asshole. So then I had the dick out moment of like, I know what's gonna work for this, where I was just like. Not to mention, they actually do make video games for the blind, and I can name 3 companies in this very region near Brock University where companies specifically make video games for the blind. And I named the 3 companies, and like the teacher for the course was like, yes, I've spoken with those people before. She was
So close, so close.
She was Eastern European. And that was just like the dick out moment of like, everyone, for some strange reason, really disliked me from that point on. And even the teacher kind of like, or professor, because we're in university now, thought I was a bit of a know-it-all. And I kind of like disliked that because like I proved a point well, and you're like, oh, you gotta know fucking everything. It's like, people were arguing to like essentially burn books, the equivalent thereof in video games.
You also, like, you can't start the class with a debate and then being like, somebody want to debate? What an asshole!
Yeah, right? Well, I think it's because I deviated from my side and I clearly like bucked authority and wouldn't listen to like what authorities
That's
say
fair, yeah.
unless they were justified. That's
You were
always
just
been
like
my...
annoyed at the way people were arguing the point.
Yeah, you three know more than practically any fucking buddy else, especially you two.
Yeah.
No offense, Darel. Well, it's because they've been at Brock Improv with me. That if I don't like an authority, I will not treat them like an authority
No.
whatsoever.
Or not stay silent about it or whatever.
Yeah.
You're a fucking Bronco.
I'm a fucking Bronco. Yeah. So yeah, later on in the class, the professor would actually like fucking try to egg me on by making a point and then going, "Was that correct, Paul? Did I miss a few things?" And like,
Was it an egg on or was it an egoute?
no, it wasn't an egg. It wasn't two egg, excuse me. I would just...
I don't know, 2 egg on? I don't know, I think it is.
Yeah, maybe that's an egoute, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my French people in the audience. What are you doing with your lives? Yeah, so she would ask me, like, "Was that correct, Paul? Should I go over something again?" And I would, like, lean the fuck into it and just go, like, "No, you did everything right, but you're on thin ice." And I'd, like, sit back. And I'd just be like, "Yeah, where are the shades at, motherfucker?" Yeah.
Cool guy Paul over here.
Not real. It was just like the one time where I was like feeling confident enough in a school setting. Aside from that, it must be hard being the only important one in the room. Like those are the two moments in my entire academic career where I actually got the nerve to like talk back to a teacher.
Well, it also sounds like it wasn't part of your like core major. It was like a parallel course that you had to take because it was like video game related, but it wasn't like part of what you went for.
Honestly,
so you probably didn't care as much about it.
I wanted to love that course so fucking badly.
Really?
It was like one of the 2 courses in that year that I actively took of my own volition because I like fucking education and I love interactive media as a means of education. I think that has a lot more potential for kinesthetic learners than things like books and lectures. So I wanted that class to be good, and it wasn't! So what's your thing you're worst at in school?
The thing I was worst at was like most of the sciences, specifically physics and chemistry. I just couldn't do. I ended up dropping grade 11 chemistry. Fuck that. But like physics, like when they were talking about the math behind like the way light reflects off shit,
Okay.
I couldn't keep up.
That's fair. I can't keep up with you and your dreamy eyes, you know what I'm saying? You blinked at me. You can't see that, but he blinked at me.
Yeah.
Luke?
Math, probably.
Yeah?
Math, and it was different kinds of math. Like, I took math all the way up to grade 12, even when I didn't have to and I wasn't good at it. But the thing was that, like, I'm not good at, like, arithmetic.
That's why we do improv, baby.
Hey, all the but I worked hard enough that like the concepts and stuff I knew how, like I could define like what a parabola and like a limit
formulas
was.
and stuff.
Pause.
What?
The guy that handles our money just said that he's really bad with numbers.
Oh no!
No, I write it down and like double, triple check it.
It just
Do you
takes
get
him
Sarah?
longer.
Do you get Sarah to check?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
It is basic addition, though.
Addiction? No! We need to find you a new job. We need to get you off the streets. You've been doing that smack math for too long.
Smack that. Yeah, but it's funny because like physics is something that I did pretty well in because the
Really?
arithmetic is pretty simple.
Yeah,
The
it's different than
algebras-
math.
Yeah,
It
and-
requires different brain work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and all like the what's it called? The Newtonian kinesthetics or like Newtonian kinetics and stuff, like ball at this speed at the
Kinesthetics.
1, 2, yeah,
Like speed, velocity.
yeah. Ball.
Bend it like Newton.
Yeah, you throw a ball off a roof. How fast does it come down? Like that's all stuff that like I could think. Like, okay, this number sounds right.
It sounds like you think better in math when it has real life applications.
Yeah,
like immediate real life applications.
Yeah, and even like the stuff that I did do well in math was like defining like in space and time like what like a limit was or like a set or a point or something like that.
I always got fucked up with the Monty Hall problem. Do you guys know the Monty Hall problem?
No, it's a Monty Hall problem.
So there are 3 doors in front of you, right?
Yeah.
Door number 1,
Oh,
door
yeah,
number
yeah,
2,
yeah.
door number 3.
Yeah.
One of these 3 doors has $1 million behind it.
Yeah.
The 2 others have a sack of poop,
I
right?
like this problem.
I like seconds.
So, you're asked to choose one of the 3, right? So, 1, 2, 3. Which door do you choose?
2.
Okay, 2, right?
Just poop.
Then afterwards, they reveal door number 1. Door number 1 had poop behind it, right?
Yeah.
They now give you the option to choose if you want to keep with this door or choose the other door. Now here's the fucked up part.
What?
The door you've already chosen still has a 33% chance of having the thing. but the other door now has 66% chance.
Yeah.
That fucks me up. It should just be equal thirds all the way around.
Yeah.
It
Like,
does.
straight logic from
Yeah.
start to finish.
It didn't make sense to me until someone applied it with like 10 doors, and then I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you choose one door and then they open every single like door other than like one other door and your door remains closed, then it's like, okay, obviously there's a greater chance of this being a sack of poop than the $1 million. But like, it wasn't until that 10-door version of the Monty Hall problem that I was like, oh fuck, I get it. Beforehand, I was just like, no, the Monty Hall problem, it looks wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's stupid.
I like little like videos about like math problems like that. Like what's the Vsauce did a video about it, about like how you can like theoretically make it up like 3 objects from the same object. If you had like a 3D printer that was infinitely detailed and you had a data set that was infinitely detailed, you could make 3 objects out of the material of that one object, and it like doesn't make sense through like thermodynamics, but like just it was cool.
Okay.
It's cool. But it's like those concepts are cool, but like the arithmetic of it, I'm really bad at,
Right,
and I
yeah.
often get the wrong answer.
I really like the simple ones where it's like, what's the exclamation mark? Factorial?
I think so. Yeah.
Something like that. Either that or something that begins with a P.
You just shout the.
Yeah, because it just
Four!
it genuinely looks like 4, and what you have to do is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1.
Yeah.
I like that shit because all you have to do is 4 times 3 times 2.
Yeah, but what if it's 28?
Well, then you have to do 28 times 27 times 26.
A lot
20.
more work.
Yeah, but you don't have to do the 1. You ever think of that?
You think you're so clever for not doing the one?
Yeah. Are you kidding? 12th grade me, I was like, I'm a fucking genius.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing
I'm not
in
wasting
school.
my time with that one.
Yeah, in school when they talked about how you calculate your percentage, you like divide the first number by the second number, and then you're like, and then times it by 100, and I'm like, or you can just move the decimal over. And I'm like,
Dumbasses.
yeah, that's what I was saying.
Just read it differently.
Assholes.
That's fucking great. Did you take data management? Because you would have really loved those like real life number applications if you took data management.
No, I took advanced functions. I didn't take calculus, and I didn't take data management. And 11th in my grade 11,
Command and data.
in grade 11, they skipped the financial applications, and I was so pissed.
Yeah, they skipped it for me too. I don't know to this day how to do my taxes.
Yeah, it would have been so useful. And even my grade 12 math teacher, who like is one of those teachers that could have been a professor, like your drama teacher, like he said, like, oh yeah, that's a stupid thing for the school board to do. Like most
100%, yeah.
Like most of you guys who are here are like not going to use any of this. You should use like,
Yeah.
financial applications.
Yeah, it's like, oh, trigonometry can be used to build bridges.
I will say,
Okay, cool.
I will say that has applications in like your evolution of logic, so I can understand and respect the math curriculum there.
Problem
where it's
solving
like,
skills.
Yeah, exactly. Where it's like, this isn't teaching me how to build a bridge. This is teaching me how to approach this type of problem, and it's going to apply to even non-math things.
Yeah.
I respect that, and don't respect the attitude of I'm not learning anything in this classroom.
Yeah.
I take that fucking like hippy dippy Brutus approach, and like I'll say like even if you aren't learning anything you haven't before, you're learning what you don't like.
Yeah. Yeah, I think most education pre-college or university is like
Oh,
that.
pre. Darel, what's your?
Pre-board. Pre-board.
I was thinking pre-cum, but
Yeah, I know, but it's all keyboard.
Okay. So I also am not very good at math, but just to be different, I'll say art, because I'm equally not good at that either.
which?
Oh yeah,
Darel.
never mind. Visual art.
Yeah, visual art. I loved all the other arts except visual art. I suck at it.
I really appreciate how we're talking about how like not good at visual arts we are, and no one's bringing up the amazing drawings I did of all 4 of us for the fucking podcast.
I love that one.
Yeah?
That's awesome.
Well, it's because yours looks like you.
Yeah, but it looks dumb.
I look like a peanut.
Yeah. Well, the image you gave me had that actual thing in your head. I just didn't draw the rest, like the outline of the head correctly with the proper like amount of hair and stuff like that. So it genuinely has that sort of like little bump because your hair's going up like this. But now it just makes you look like
It looks
I
like
think
his skull's like that instead.
yeah, it makes you look like a Psychonauts character. Like I did a caricature or something like that.
Yeah, they're all really caricatures.
Yeah, 100%. I tried to lean into them being caricatures. I think I originally drew mine and I was like, that looks like more like what I am. I'm gonna erase this and start over.
Gonna make
'Cause-
him look worse.
Well, it's because I already drew yours and I was like, it'll look terrible if I like try harder in mine.
I'm so bad with like, I'm already bad with like pencil, crayons, and shit drawing. But like drawing on a computer, I guess I haven't done it enough that my mind can't wrap around the like space.
It's definitely a different learning set. And you think like, oh, I can draw really well on a fucking tablet or a fucking pen and paper. I can draw really well on a tablet. No.
Especially like zooming in and zooming out, like
Doing all the jiggery pokery with it, yeah. I feel that.
doing
Much of language.
I'm sorry. Hullabaloo. I'm full of these like old Yeah, I never even realized that I use a lot of them until like I met you. And you were just like, why are you saying over the river and through the woods? And I was like, wow, Darel, you're right. That is a phrase that nobody says anymore.
Yeah.
The by hook or by crook was new to me. I've never heard that one.
Really?
I heard it before a long time ago in a past life.
Have you heard of it before or not, Liz?
I have when I was
Okay.
young.
Cool.
When I was a young man.
I don't know, maybe I've like... I don't even know what it could possibly be. I know it was stuff that I've been saying since I was young, so I don't know if my parents are old farts, which goes with their pretensions, or if I listen to old media, in like old movies and like old songs and stuff like that, or I like started reading at a really young age. I told you guys about that story, right? How like I weirdly developed early and like read Lord of the Rings in kindergarten, and then like my parents were like, "Wow, read everything!" And then I was like, "I'm never gonna read again."
I hate reading.
Yeah, so I stopped reading until like midway through junior high, and like I picked up reading only then afterwards, and I realized I'm behind.
I don't know how to read very well.
Yeah, and I was below comprehension reading skills until like grade 10.
You do have a way of like latching on to certain things though. Like you'll hear a name or you'll hear a phrase and be able to like remember that. So maybe that's why.
I remember conversations too, as Darel and I were talking about earlier.
But not perfectly, apparently.
Well, no, it's also not every conversation, but it's any conversation. There's one annoying fucking piss friend that I have that will go like, "What did I say in this conversation?" Like word for word. You remember things, right? It's like, oh, come on, man. Don't put me on the fucking spot about like this particular conversation that I didn't care about. But yeah, there are certain conversations that I will like remember like the overall themes. I will not remember word for word, but I'll remember the overall themes and I'll remember specific wording from certain things.
If something really caught your attention.
Yeah. I remember you graphically telling me about the first date you had with Sarah, I believe it was.
Okay.
Because you went back to my place and told me in graphic detail everything that happened.
Like what?
You remember, right?
No, I do. I'm just wondering if we want to say this on the podcast. It's stuff of a sexual nature. Do you really want me to continue?
No, I just was. We'll talk about it later. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Cool. Have I proven my point?
Yeah, okay.
All right, cool.
Like what? Never mind, don't say it.
I remember the conversation that we had when I was talking about how I shiver in 16-degree weather, mainly because we're in this room again.
Yeah.
So I think just like certain things like micro-trigger me or whatever the fuck.
When the cot was set up here.
Yeah. And yeah, I guess I'm just an overall very intensive and I'd even say obsessive person. So when you say I latch onto things, I think it's like a temporary obsession where I think that something is cool.
And then you realize, like, I've been saying this a lot.
Yeah,
Let's stop.
genuinely. It's the same thing with music. If I like a piece of music that I find, I will listen to it on repeat over and over for about a week straight, and then like listen to it once a day for the next month, and then never want to hear it again.
I've definitely done that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would argue that's obsessive behavior.
Just can't stop thinking about this song, man.
It's a good song. Look up Magic by the Cars.
Paul, did you say your least favorite subject?
Yes.
Yes.
Geography. It wasn't least favorite, it was just like the thing I was the worst at.
Oklahoma's above Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Alright, what's our least favorite subject?
Jim.
Okay.
Probably math because I wasn't great at it.
Actually, English. I changed my mind.
Yeah, alright.
Like chemistry, specifically.
I bet if I took chemistry, I'd be right there with you. Honestly, coding. Mainly because my teacher, Mr. Whittington, I don't know about you, I call him Mr. Shittington. He didn't teach and said Google's your friend. And I didn't know how to code, and I don't have a mind for code, so if I could look it up myself, I wouldn't need this class, would I, Mr. Shittington?
So basically, he just sat you in a computer lab and then, like, went on his phone.
Basically, yeah.
What a great
And
professor.
he did that for every class. I was basically the teacher of our communications technology course, or what is it called when it's not university? Class?
Yeah,
Class.
just call it class.
Yeah, I was basically a teacher because he was like, you need to learn how to edit movies, I'm gonna go on break.
Is that like tenure or something? Like, how is he not fired?
He sure seems like a 10-year-old.
You're
Woo!
on fire today.
Thank you. And I had to teach people. Fun fact: there was not a single big project that was handed into Mr. Shittington that I did not have a hand in one way or another. Every single project from our 14-person class that went in there,
People would like come to you.
people would come to me either asking me to like review the script, hold the camera, fucking edit the fucking video, and stuff like that. Every single goddamn thing. And also, fun fact, I finished with a 97 in communications technology that year because, quote, Mr. Shittington has never given out 100 and doesn't want to start now. So he went back and retroactively reviewed all of my stuff and
To find flaws in them?
and graded
Wait,
me
does
more
that mean
harshly.
like when you handed in like assignments and stuff, he would always give you 100? Then when he got to the report card, he's like, wait a second. That's so tough.
And he gave another student who didn't do her final exam
98.
because she could, because she had an anxiety attack, but still didn't do her final exam, a 98 because he really liked her final project. And also probably was a creep. I don't fucking know. I don't care. What are you
He's
gonna
got
do?
enough things going against him, I can believe it.
What are you gonna do? Sue me? You're probably never gonna listen to this podcast. You fucked your kids, Mr. Shittington. Fight me. Sue me. I don't care. Libel, slander, all three, please.
I mean,
He's threatened the prime minister.
Yeah, we've been
this
down
guy
this
does
road
not
before.
give a shit.
I didn't threaten him. I killed him and replaced him with a double.
Slander is spoken, libel is written.
Is that true?
Yep.
Okay. I'll write it down for you, Mr. Shittington. Would you prefer you fucked your kids in cursive or in Times New Roman?
You can print in Times New Roman.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying like I could type it.
Oh.
Yeah, but also you can't because like all those fonts are done by calligraphy first.
Yeah, well, I was more like asking that if he could.
Oh,
like
okay.
if Paul had the skill.
That was the second time we brought up kid fucking on this podcast. Granted, it's over the course of a year, but I don't like this theme. It's brutal.
Yeah, that's not a good through line of all the through lines.
Yeah.
No.
Remember when we designated each other the four horsemen of the sexual apocalypse? What did we agree all of us were? One of us was bestiality. One of us was necrophilia. I think... was I necrophilia? I think I was.
What was this conversation? I don't remember this at all.
This was around like February, January.
Yeah, it was here. I remember that.
Yeah, it was. We were in the
kitchen.
living room. Yeah, living room / kitchen. One of us was bestiality. I feel like that was you because you had like your dogs, but it was like hotly contested as to whether you were bestiality or pedophilia because you made the first kid fucking joke.
But I made it about Darel.
Oh yeah, and then were you pedophilia, Darel?
I don't remember.
All right.
You're asking the wrong guy, man.
Were you? Someone was. What were the four horsemen? Was the fourth one incest?
I think it was incest.
Yeah.
Then maybe that was you due to that Dora conversation that we had.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah.
I feel like I was the necrophile.
I feel like I was a necrophile.
Okay.
I don't know why I feel like that. I think it was because we had like difficulty discussing like what the fuck I could be, and we didn't have the foresight to bring that up. Possibly because it hadn't happened yet.
Ooh, no, that was
That was December.
That
So
was-
I'm just wondering if like our Four Horsemen conversation was like before or after that moment. We had a lot of like weird moments in fucking because the December episode was not only the time I had to bring up my cousin's weird obsession with is it weirder to fuck Boots or Diego for Dora the Explorer. It was also the day after I spent 24 hours awake after I
Puking on
puked.
yourself.
And now I fasted for 48 hours. You're basically like bringing like the equivalent of like a homeless guy into your podcast, and he's fucking like speaking over all y'all every single podcast you do.
You're basically here for our entertainment. We're just watching you like lash around.
This is very Howard Stern adjacent.
Oh my god, yeah, that's true. I never thought of like me being the court jester of this podcast because I knew I took control most often, and I'm sorry for that. Also, probably part
You're
of
the
my
hard dom, that's why.
Circle back.
The recorder is the bottom.
What?
The recorder is the bottom.
What?
The recorder is the bottom.
3, 2, 1.
What?
The recorder is the
Yes!
I thought
You know what? That is fair. I'll give that to you. I'm very sorry for misleading you. You know what? I appreciate the fact that you went in super hard for that.
Don't give him any credit. We all knew what was happening. He was the only one that didn't get it.
Yeah, but that's a step up. He tried this time.
Yeah, he trusted his instincts.
Yeah, you know, I love that for you. The times beforehand where you're like, I'm not going to say anything because I'm not 100% sure, and then this time where you're like, I'm not 100% sure, but I went balls deep in this. That I fucking respect.
Right.
Old Darel's back, everybody. Woo! The boys are back in town.
The balls are back in town.
The boys are back in town.
The balls are in the court.
The balls are back. 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 Is it like an old phrase to say balls in your court?
Yeah, it's not that old.
It's as old as basketball, I presume.
Basketball is like
200 years old.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was invented by a Canadian.
It didn't get like it wasn't important until black people started playing it. Yeah.
Sure, dude.
Is that even
I mean, like,
controversial?
it wasn't a multi-billion-dollar industry, no.
But like sports as a thing weren't a multi-billion-dollar industry until
Yeah, I saw A League of Their Own with black Tom Hanks.
What? Explain.
No, what's
No, I refuse.
I don't know what this movie is. I'm imagining Tom Hanks like, yeah, I'll do blackface.
No, Tom Hanks has never done blackface. A League of Their Own was about baseball. It was actually about a women's baseball team, and Tom Hanks shows up to pee. I'm not exaggerating. You think I'm exaggerating? Tom Hanks' character shows up to the ladies' bathroom because his bathroom's toilet's clogged or something
He's like
that.
a cameo.
He's like, I don't know if he's a cameo, but that's his first introduction to the viewer. Like, all these women are talking in the girls' change room, and he's like, he bursts in, all Forrest Gump, like, I have to pee, and like goes to the toilet, the urinal. I don't know why there's a urinal.
Is there a urinal?
Maybe it's just a toilet
like,
in the women's washroom.
Maybe
and
they
he's
just
like,
designated a men's washroom as the women's washroom because they didn't have one.
possibly. Maybe that's why it's called A League of Their Own.
Yeah.
Because like the women weren't supposed to be there. But yeah, that was his like introduction to the character. He runs over to the toilet and starts peeing in it, and you get to see his face as he has like a 20-second long pee-gasm.
Like his face begins to like relax. And
Yes! No, he goes like, oh, and it's like you hear water dumping into the toilet. It's weird. There's also Apollo 13 where there's like, they dedicate...
like space crab rock things.
No, that's Apollo 19.
Okay.
Apollo 13 is just like...
It's Apollo something.
It was the story of like how Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and the third guy went to the moon.
Right.
Who's the third guy?
He's not important.
Teddy Roosevelt.
No, Apollo 13 is the one that like
The one that crashed.
the one that broke in mid-orbit.
Yeah. That's what I meant. Sorry.
Apollo 11's the cool one.
Okay. Apollo
one that
13.
works.
And Apollo 13, where like they dedicate 4 minutes of this movie to show like people how Tom Hanks pees in space.
People want to know.
And then Forrest Gump, as previously mentioned, he meets the president. What does he say to him? I gotta pee. And there's like other Green Mile. That's like one of the most famous movies of his entire career.
Yeah.
And they dedicate 2 minutes to him finally being able to pee like a normal man.
Is his contract?
After Dr. Cornbread grabs his junk.
Yeah, because he has a kidney stone.
What's the name of that actor?
Dr. Cornbread.
All I know is
Dr. Cornbread and How to Dismantle.
Dr. Cornbread, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Cornbread, grabs his junk at one point, and he's got magical powers, and then the next time that Tom Hanks pees, like, it's a shot of his face, again, as if it was just, like, in A League of Their Own, and he's just like, oh, as he pees, for like a minute straight. It's fucking weird. Tom Hanks, like, he pees in Castaway.
Sure.
He does. There's like a scene where he pees into the ocean.
Oh, cool.
And then like
Maybe like
his
there's a
earlier-
rumor that goes around about like him having like really nice junk, so they want an excuse for the director to see it.
To be fair, there is one movie where like he loudly proclaims he has to pee during a family dinner. He actually has to do something else, but like he's snooping around the house or something like that. It's been a long time. I don't even remember the name of the movie. And he's for some strange reason only wearing his underwear, and he's like grabbing his junk, which is really inappropriate for like a dinner party.
Wait, like he's at a family dinner in his underwear.
Yeah, but it's not his family. I don't remember this that well.
Oh, that makes it better.
Yeah, he's in a stranger's house. I have to pee.
I bet there's a scene in the post where Tom Hanks has
Pass
to
the
pee.
gravy, please.
Bonus episode. Bonus.
Yeah, I bet he pees in the water in Angels and Demons when he's lifting that one priest out of the water.
Yeah, I'm sure when he's running during Saving Private Ryan, he pees.
Okay.
There's explosions.
No,
and stuff.
there's actually pee reference in Saving Private Ryan.
Really? I didn't finish
because
that movie.
they're all talking about. You don't need to. It's just your standard hack and slash war movie, in my opinion.
Okay.
Oh God, I love America. That kind of war movie.
That's what he pees.
That's a different kind of pee.
No, everyone's talking about missing their
not
homes,
peeing.
and he starts with this like almost out of nowhere story where he's talking about this one private that used to pee a V on people's jackets.
Whoa.
Out of nowhere. It's every movie. Tom Hanks pee. Pee.
I think we're onto something.
Pee! Is it in Sleepless in Seattle?
Probably. Let me look up Sleepless in the Seattle P edition. On the
And we'll watch it.
YouTube.
It's the first thing that comes up.
yeah, someone else make a
I'm
topic.
feeling lucky.
Sleepless in Seattle, I remember watching the first time on VHS, and then it came on TV in like better quality, and I'm like, nah, I hate this.
What?
Cause
Did you at least like it the first time?
Yeah, but no, I only liked it on VHS because it was like memories.
Oh, and then it looked like
What?
Holy shit!
What?
So I look up Sleepless in Seattle P, and the first result is a forum board with the title, Any More Movies with Tom Hanks Piss?
Yeah!
That's amazing.
You're in touch
So-
with the zeitgeist.
You're saying this conversation is derivative, is what you're saying.
Probably. Yeah, they mentioned The Green Mile, Castaway, Apollo 13.
The Departed.
There's a scene of urine.
It's not in The Departed.
Apparently, The Right Stuff.
Lost in translation.
The right
No, that's Bill Murray.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. In the Money Pit, there's like
Ghostbusters.
in the Money Pit, there's a scene of him just like being sad while one of those statues that like pees water, pees on his head. This is
What
Does
is-
he pee in Big?
what?
Does he pee in Big? The movie Big?
Probably like on her. They have sex, and then she like at the end of the movie goes like, "Talk to me when you're 18 again, baby," to like an 8-year-old, as if
Yeah.
that's not predatory and weird.
Yeah.
I didn't like the ending of Big.
No, there are serious problems with the
Why-
concept of Big.
Yeah, why are some of the okay? This is gonna be weird, right? There are movies that like revolve around an older man courting a younger woman, and it's seen as like the shame of the whole movie, right?
Yeah.
Lolita, the pianist, maybe, or is that just the director?
Yeah, it's just Roman Polanski.
Okay, cool. But like those sorts of things are like seen as shameful.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in like The Graduate and fucking sorry for spoilers, by the way, if you wanted to see The fucking Graduate, don't, it's stupid. The Graduate and fucking Big. There's just themes of like older women being downright predatory to younger men in ways that are like arguably worse than they were in Lolita. I've only seen the Stanley Kubrick movies, so like maybe there's more than meets the eye. Like more predatory, and they get off scot-free, and it's like not in the moral of the movie to go like, this person was bad.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of those movies, but I'm assuming the same thing happens in other movies where like a guy is like trying to get with a younger girl and it's not brought up in that way. Like you're just picking a couple of examples.
Maybe. I feel like if nothing else, even if not like the rhetoric surrounding it would be. I know like several people said like, you should watch The Graduate, it's such a good movie. None of them brought up that woman is predatory and
okay.
what's wrong. But people
Whereas like
bring
if
that
they
up.
recommended you a different movie, they'd be like, it's a little problematic for these reasons, but you should still watch it.
Yeah, like Lolita.
Yeah, I get your point though. That is a phenomenon. That it's like if like for example, if there's like a fetish between and like of like a high school teacher sleeping with a student or like losing your virginity to your teacher, it's like go get him. But if
Well,
it was the opposite,
if the high school teacher's female and the student is male.
right. But if it's
People are less encouraging of like young girls getting fucked by their geography teacher, Mr. McFatty.
yeah, because it's like oh that's a molestation, but it was for the other one too.
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Fucking double standards.
Yeah!
Put on that hat again.
I'm not putting on the fedora. I look like such a fucking men's rights activist when I wear the fedora. I hate it. What are you singing? What is
Mrs.
this?
Robinson.
Oh, okay.
Graduate.
Did they write that for the movie?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's like
They definitely did not write The Sound of Silence for that fucking movie, did they?
No, I don't
Okay.
think so. But it's like they wrote
Sorry, that was aggressive.
they used to do that in the 60s, like where they'd have like pop singers. It's like, oh, we're gonna write a song. They still do it, but it's not
Yeah,
like...
they 100% still do it.
Yeah, but it's not
It
as
doesn't
much.
take off.
Yeah.
Natasha Bedingfield, the writer of Unwritten, feel the rain on your skin.
Oh, yeah.
Like that.
No one else can feel it for you.
Yeah, the anthem of useless people everywhere.
No one else can let it in.
Case in point.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Fine, I'll shut up.
She recently did a song specifically for a movie, and then it only released it like 3 months after the movie was released. They do it for TV shows too.
Yeah.
Devil's Worst Nightmare, sung by that one girl with a weird O in her fucking name.
Beyonce?
No, like weird O, like the O with the slash through it. Like
Zero.
I feel like I know who you're talking about.
I don't remember her
Bjork?
name. No, was it
Bjork?
Bjork? I don't think it was
Is
Bjork.
it another Scandinavian?
Uh,
Iceland's not Scandinavian, never mind.
Although there is that other singer. His name is Borns, I believe.
Oh yeah, Borns.
Yeah, Borns.
Yeah.
He also has the weird O
Yeah.
with the slash through it.
He's cancelled.
Is he canceled?
Oh, yeah.
What, really? Why? What did he do?
He assaulted a few people.
Fuck.
Yeah. It was bad. My brother was a big fan of his.
Oh, I'm a huge fan of his. This sucks.
He has good music.
Yeah,
He
can I
just-
still listen to his music? Okay, here's a topic. Here's a really
Oh,
touchy
here
topic.
we go. Here we go.
Can you separate art from the artist?
So I'm very unsure, but like I don't have an answer, like a personal answer for me. But the best argument I found was that like artists put themselves into the art versus like separating the science from the scientist. Science is like more detached from the person who made it, so it's harder to separate art from the artist.
Tell that to the founder of eugenics.
Hey,
You know what I'm
yo,
saying?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Or
I mean,
Ron L. Hubbard.
maybe it's not
Hey-o.
true for everything, but like the light bulb.
What about it?
Like, you don't need to know that, like, fucking, Thomas Edison or whatever.
Why are you bringing up Edison? He didn't invent the first light bulb.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, but, like, he's famous for that kind of...
Thomas Edison really didn't invent anything. He just patented
Yes,
everything.
he did. He invented a lot of things. It just so happens that, first of all, he also invented his version of the light bulb. It's because it had a better filament and was much more power efficient and could actually be put into people's homes. Fucking Tesla is the same way. He invented a better version of the AC engine, but he did not invent the AC engine. He had almost nothing to do with the popularization of AC because the AC-DC war happened almost a full century before Tesla even entered the scene. Hate Tesla. Speaking of eugenics, genuinely, he believed in eugenics, and he was a huge racist. Why can't we tear his statue down? There's a statue of him in fucking Niagara Falls!
There's a street named after him, too.
There's Boulevard, yeah.
Boulevards.
I have to travel.
Oh, Boulevard.
I have to travel across a boulevard of broken memes, I'll tell you that much right now. I have to travel across it every time I come here. And for those that like have been in the car with me whenever I do, you know what I do every time that I give it the middle finger.
Yeah, I think about you every time I pass it. But,
Yeah, I do too.
with the artist thing, like, it's really hard because, like, I mean, I guess it depends on what you think about, like cancel culture as a thing, like canceling people for doing terrible things.
Yeah.
And what that means to you of, like, if it's something they already made, do you like stop listening to it, or if they make a new thing, do you not listen to it?
Well, I think that if...
I don't really, but
I quoted cancel culture. I scare quoted cancel culture.
Yeah, you put up quotation marks with your fingers, and now I'm just doing it with several things.
I want to validify that. I don't think cancel
Validate,
culture.
yeah.
I don't think cancel culture is.
Validate.
Solidify.
I don't think.
Validate.
I don't think cancel culture is a thing.
Yeah.
I do not think it is a thing at all. I
In
don't
what
think-
way?
Well, I think like obviously there are, you have to look at everybody's like art connected to who they are because that's how they feel. It's not if you create a painting and say, well, I've created this and now I'm stepping away from this. This is all that it is. It has nothing to do with me.
Pause. Are you arguing that cancel culture doesn't exist in the first place and that we're erroneously putting a name on something that doesn't exist? Or are you saying that we should stop calling out people for these sorts of things to the extent that we are?
No, the first one.
Okay, cool.
I don't. I just don't think that saying you're canceling somebody means that you have to stop caring about their art or thinking about what they're making?
I think my view is that no one fucking asked, but whatever.
You asked.
Did I?
Just answered your own question.
Oh, sweet. I think it. This is kind of a shallow answer, so keep that in mind. But we live in a kind of a shallow, like money-driven world. I think it largely has to do with if you're supporting them, usually monetarily.
Yeah.
So, like, if I bought Borns' music, I'd feel a bit more like responsible to not do that again. But I'm not gonna say that I pirate all of the music that I get, Mr. President. But let's say hypothetically I did. I don't really need to feel like this. I also don't really like show my music with a lot of people and stuff like that. It's the same thing with movies. Oh no, the fucking producer of The Graduated isn't gonna get my 10 fucking cents from buying a DVD of it from a movie store, you know? I don't give a shit about that.
I think, I agree with that in terms of monetary support for people that I don't want to support.
Yeah.
I also think that, like, in terms of, it's important to consider that, like, with some art, more or less on a gradient, that, like, you occupy their world and are, like, intimately involved in their lives. For example, I can't listen to Bill Cosby stand-up anymore because I feel like I'm too close to him.
Yeah.
Because stand-up in itself is a very intimate thing.
Yeah, or, like, but I've also, like a lot of but I still listen to Michael Jackson sometimes because a lot of it I'm not listening to the lyrics, but that's case by case and point by point.
To be fair, a lot of the Michael Jackson stuff was a lot of allegations as well.
Yeah.
They're not things that have been solidified as proven, and I'm willing to believe that Michael Jackson was sort of like, I'm gonna tread very carefully here, right?
Here we go.
I think that he was more similar to like a guy that misunderstood what childhood and children were, as opposed to like a complete pedo. Like someone who would have made children feel uncomfortable retroactively, but I don't think that he was an active molester.
Like because
I think
he didn't have a real childhood, he doesn't really understand
Boundaries
yeah,
and stuff.
it's kind of like how like when you're a kid, like you'll do things with other kids, and later on you realize if I did this as an adult, that would be fucking weird that I did that.
Yeah.
And
like
I feel
you
that
play I'll show you mine if you show me yours as a kid.
Yeah,
It's
if you
fine.
do something like that, yeah. Or if you like, I don't know, take a bath with another fucking kid because you're like 2 and you don't even know that sex exists yet.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you do that as an adult with a 2-year-old, and like, people are gonna judge you even if you still have that sort of 2-year-old.
Or
brain.
like even if you are their parents.
Yeah. It's.
You mean parents can't take baths with their kids?
I'm not saying they can't.
They
I'm
can,
saying-
but some people will judge them.
yeah.
Well, who's watching parents take baths with
I
their
don't think
kids?
they're watching.
The other
If you like
kids?
talk about it openly, people might be like, "Oh, that's weird."
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
People get in trouble for like doing, like hanging out with their kids all the time.
Weird.
Okay.
Anyway,
All
yeah,
right.
my point was that it's case by case, and like you have to really be honest with yourself on like, are you identifying with this person when you're consuming their art?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Like in a way that like stand-up comedy, a lot of it is like, not always, but in a way like sort of trying to persuade you to like join the side of the comic.
Yeah, and like there's some like Louis C.K. bits where I'm like, don't want it. I don't listen to Louis C.K. like period anymore. And it's like there's some bits that are like I'm too.
I find it
Yeah,
I
this-
find it funny that on his show he had like a little fake interview segment about him being like a chronic masturbator.
Comedian slash masturbator, yeah.
Oh boy, and that's
That aged
like,
so well.
and his movie that was about to come out was had a character that had a similar problem to him.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably him, like, suddenly atoning for his sins to the world, and then suddenly, oh, it's out there anyway.
Yeah.
If I was Louis C.K., I would have been like, whatever, I released the movie. Yes, the character's me. Well fucking spotted, Sherlock. More like schlock, you know what I'm saying? Woo! I hate that show.
Sherlock.
Both.
I actually just finished it.
Sherlock, it sucks. Season 4 sucks. It
Season
sucks.
4 was by far the worst one. I went into it expecting not to like it because I heard a lot of bad things about it.
Probably from me.
I liked it.
No,
And then I
you
started, I liked it, but I do acknowledge a lot of shitty things about it. It's got a lot of gotcha moments, and it's got a lot of like, alright, sure, fine.
It's
fine
also
moments.
got, like, nothing you can solve yourself. I'll accept this if this was like Agatha Christie, because Agatha Christie wrote mysteries differently than Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, where she was just like, and surprise, this was actually the half-sister that everyone thought was
this is
dead.
all the reasons.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, well, I could have guessed that, but there was nothing leading me up to that. I would have had to take a wild guess. Meanwhile, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle thing was like, remember on page 2 when I mentioned that there was a left footprint? If you remembered that, and you applied it to the thing from page 54, you'd understand who the
I
killer
like
is.
that a lot better.
Yeah, and Sherlock doesn't do that.
I will admit, Sherlock doesn't do that.
Cool.
My other biggest problem is there's too many moments where they're like, this is what's happening. Psych, it's actually this is happening.
Yeah.
And then when the first thing that you're presented with actually does happen, you can't trust it anymore.
Yeah.
And also the fucking pool scene, they just didn't end the scene. They just started talking about it like it happened later.
Yeah.
It was so annoying.
Well, not to mention, like, Moriarty was like, he was all like, nah, I'm just kidding, I could have gotten the codes anywhere. What was the motive for this? To meet you. Why? I'm nuts. Oh, okay, good writing, Stephen Moffat.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna leave now. Kill them, snipers.
Yeah.
How are they gonna get out of this one? End of season 1. Season 2 starts.
Oh, remember when we were back in that pool?
Well, so he was just like, apparently he came back and was like, nah, just kidding.
Yeah. But he like pointed the gun at the bomb, and he was like, I'll blow us all up. Yeah.
It's so stupid.
They just didn't resolve that scene.
It's so stupid.
It is entertaining, but it's not entertaining for like a mystery show.
It's only entertaining because the soundtrack is good and Martin Sheen is in it. No, not Martin Sheen. Who is it?
Oh,
Martin Sheen.
Is it Martin Sheen?
Yeah,
No.
it's Martin Sheen.
Is it Martin? No.
Yeah, it's
Freeman. Something Freeman.
Martin Freeman.
Yeah, Freeman.
There we
Yeah.
go. You got. What do you mean something Freeman? I gave you the first name.
Shut up. That's not how my brain works.
Pretty sure.
And Cumberbatch. Cumberbatch.
Wasn't he the president from West Wing?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Charlie Sheen's dad.
Is his first name Martin?
Yeah.
Martin Sheen.
I mean, that's
He
not his
only-
real name though. He has like a
Pablo Escobar. Yeah.
no. He has a Spanish name.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it.
Estevez is his last name.
Estevez.
The Sheen. No, that's real. This Sheen family is actually Estevez. Sheen is their like stage name.
Yeah.
And there's one guy who's still Estevez.
Hey kids, Estevez. I don't know. It sounds like a board game. Estevez before Dad wakes up.
Whoa!
Yeah, exactly.
Who's there? It's like the 90s like zoom.
Yeah, Estevez. Da-da-da-da-da, Milton Bradley.
Bop it.
You ever see Ballbuster?
Twist it. No. What?
It's basically so you got like a bunch of balls on sticks that you fucking
Is that like the pullout?
yeah, and you pull back
Alright,
and you try to get
alright.
like basically there's like red and black and you have to like pull back one of yours and you like release it and it hits other balls and all the balls that vibrate you have to release like take them off the board and it's called Ballbuster.
Hey.
You're really excited about this.
I thought it was funny. I'm sorry, I could shut up forever if you want.
Kerplunk's pretty good. I've always loved a good Kerplunk.
It's quite a pain to set up, though. I found.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I return to a conversation we had like 40 hours ago?
Do it.
Also, it's kind of hard to watch somebody who is like canceled on YouTube or something like that because there's the attitude of like, well, I'm not monetarily supporting them or anything like that, but you're helping them get around because if a million people all had the attitude of, well, I still think they're funny and they were kind of racist, but I'll gingerly watch this next thing.
So here's my question. 2 questions, I suppose.
Number one.
Number 1, what is the time/actions that need to be taken to be redeemed?
Okay.
Like to cancel your cancel.
Okay.
And 2, how do you feel about people who don't participate in a boycott? Do you think they're bad people?
All right. Question number 1 was.
Is
How
there,
do you get
is there a path for
uncanceled?
redemption
Yeah.
and like how long is that?
Oh, 100%. There's no length of time. It's
It's
changed.
action-based.
It's changed behavior, and it's. Okay, so here's a good example. I don't like them that much, but the Game Grumps are a Let's Play channel, and recently, because of the whole Black Lives Matter thing, they went out of their way to say like, "Hey, Black Lives Matter" and all that. But we also have to acknowledge that, like, we were really racist and, like, made fun of, like, black people, gays, the damn fucking women in previous episodes, and we need to be better and, like, actively work to not do that. We can't just not be not racist. We have to be anti-racist in the future.
Okay.
That, as long as it's backed up by action, because the Game Grumps are still
People
on.
say that shit all the time.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Virtue signaling.
the Yeah, I'd argue that the path is not being what you were before, it's anti-being what you were before.
Okay.
So even if someone was straight up a fucking, like, let's say they didn't fuck a kid, but let's say someone was a pedophile, right?
Right.
Or had pedophilic tendencies, and got caught, like, I don't know, with, like, I'm trying to come up with the most harmless scenario, telling another consensual adult, I really love to fucking, I don't want to say it because people take it out of context, but a minor, there. And then people, like, cancel them for it. And then that person just sort of owns it and goes, like, yeah, I've got, like, a thing wrong with me. And I'll use those thoughts to help psychologists better understand and prevent pedophilic behavior in the future.
Okay.
I think that is, if they're trying to prevent that sort of thing happening in the future with other people, and also didn't do anything like that heinous and, like, actually, like, you know, kid fucking, then I'd say
They just
that
have the thoughts.
yeah, I'd say that puts them on the path. They'd have to have that for an extended period of time, but I'd say human brains have this sort of, like, function of, like, okay, I'll trust you again. We have it for all humans. Otherwise, we wouldn't be sitting in this room right now, because I'm sure as hell all three of you have had a reason to get angry at me in the last, like, 24 hours alone.
God damn it, Paul, eat something.
No, I don't want to. I've already had the first 24 hours. So, I think that, yeah, if you show you're on a path of some kind of redemption and also try to, like, make good in the world from the place that you originally made evil,
Right.
there's going to come a point where we all go, like, yes, we
You
forgive
can't
this
just, like,
person.
do something bad like the pedophilia thing and then be like, I'm gonna support the environment and now I'm good again. It has to be regarding the thing that made you bad in the first place.
I'm not going to make a hard rule, but my mind wants to say yes. Like, if they also are just, like, not a pedo in the future and have been supporting environmentalism for, like, 40 years, and people go like,
What about when he was a 20-year-old and he said to another consenting adult that he wanted to fuck a minor?
you know, like that sort of thing.
But then he never did.
Yeah, exactly. And then he's like 60 now. It's like, who gives a shit? He's had like 2 full
There's a
lives since
statute of
then.
limitations on that.
Yeah, exactly. A statue of limitations.
Statute. Shut up.
So yeah, I'd say that like it's not like an objective rule where it's like specific amount of time for pedos, you know, like that sort of thing.
like jail time.
I mean,
Yeah.
well, like,
Well,
I mean,
yeah, there's gonna be jail
exceptions.
time,
There's,
yeah.
like, there's Bill Cosby's probably gonna die in prison.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, yeah, yes.
There was that one jewel thief, Larry something. He's like,
David?
no.
No,
He gets caught and it's like, boom, boom.
I didn't steal it.
Yeah, there's that one jewel thief who's like, he's an ex-jewel thief, and he was one of the most successful in United States history, and now he helps cops to catch jewel thieves. And now he like has a weird YouTube career where like him and his New England, have you seen it?
I've seen him, yeah.
Yeah, where he and his New England accent will like, he'll play GTA 5 and he'll go like, see, now the robbery's over already because they didn't case the joint properly. Like, he's just sitting in his thing. Okay, have you seen those videos?
I have. Lawson is his last name?
Larry Lawson, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
He constantly says, okay, the robbery's over. Like, as soon as like, they take a step to the left. Yeah.
He talks a lot about jail life too, which is very interesting.
Yeah, he's super interesting. Fun fact, the head sensei of my entire organization, like the mafia head, sounds exactly like that, and he was the choreographer for The Departed. Brian Ritchie, look him up. R-I-C-C-I. There's my shout out to you, Brian, baby, I love you. You would crucify me if you heard me talking like
Brian, baby,
Don't draw attention to me. Fuck off.
I'm not even sure if he knows my name at this point. Like, in the first couple of years he knew me, he said like, hey, boy with a hair, come here. It was fun.
First of all, get a cut. Second of all,
Get
let's
fucked. There's basically no objective ruling on like when the cancel culture's over. So
But
like
then
I'm
he's a
willing
path
to
to redemption.
exactly yeah. So I'm gingerly like more lukewarm on the Game Grumps right now. But like JonTron, let's take another internet celebrity who like went on a debate and actually said, no, statistically, even rich black people commit more thefts than poor white people, and everyone collectively went, first of all, no, statistics don't say that. Second of all, what the fuck? And like, I think he apologized for like speaking his mind, but he never like took
Said he
those
was
statements.
wrong or anything.
Yeah, he never said he was wrong. And then during like the Black Lives Matter movement, I don't know why, a bunch of people were hoping this would be the moment when JonTron, the fucking racist,
redeemed himself.
would say like, hey, Black Lives Matter, everybody. And all he did was make a post saying, politics have made me really sad lately. And it's like,
Oh god.
It
yeah,
doesn't say what side he's on.
yep. For all I know, he's sad because, like, people are angry that a black man died because he's
like,
racist.
rioting or whatever.
Yeah. I don't. There's some people you just don't have to give a shit about, and there are some people where, like, an e-celebrity will make amends and then live for 40 years, but that won't be enough for other people. I don't call that cancel culture. I call that oversensitivity, where, like, certain people will, like... If I ever make it anywhere in the future, people will use this very podcast to go, like, see, he said faggot once, and it's possible that when
if
I'm...
you change your mind in the future.
Yeah, it's possible that when I'm 30, I'll say, like, yeah, the word faggot no longer has any use in our society or anything like that. And also, I realized that, like, trying to reclaim it is a lost cause, and all it does is hurt the sensibilities of, like, my other fellow gay people. I don't fucking know, right? But, like, I'm not going to worry about that so much because, specifically, there's people who are just going to hold on to that for a reason. They're not really canceling me because I said the word faggot. They're probably trying to find a reason to cancel me because they don't like
you.
Exactly. Yeah. Confirmation bias. There's an excellent YouTuber
Especially if people go back in time to find stuff to get you.
Yes. People hate on this wonderful YouTuber named ContraPoints.
Oh, she's great.
Yeah. She's a trans YouTuber who's, like, very transparent about her inner transphobia. Like, she'll, like, say things that, like, she regards, like, her inner transphobia regards, like, masculine trans females as, like, she feels inner cringe for herself because she feels like, I don't know, like self-conscious about how, like, trans-passing or not she is, and she admits that's part of her inner transphobia, where she, like,
everybody has their own individual...
Yeah, where she commodifies femininity, and then people will just go like, ha, ContraPoints doesn't think that this trans woman is a real woman. And it's like,
bruh.
Well, out of context, you could argue that, sure. In the fucking context of the words she said, maybe not.
Okay, context is a very good jumping off point for what I want to talk about, and I want to get you two into this as well.
Okay.
All right, so Paul,
You've been talking too much.
That's fair. That's fair.
all right.
No, come back.
Okay.
Give me a T.
Give me an A.
Spell what? What do you
All right,
spell?
so cancel culture.
Give me an R!
Give me an A.
N.
Fuck. Give me an T.
T!
What's that spell?
10!
Okay, so
Oh, sorry, was I talking again? Go ahead, Darel.
so
Please.
we look
I'm
at
so interested. Anyway.
we look at things in the past through today's lens, and we say, sometimes cancel culture comes up. Cancel culture comes up in like for comedians that have done like stand up in the 80s or 70s, and then they say certain things or like use words or whatever that we don't use today. In this particular context, can we separate that? Can we still say, oh, I can watch this and enjoy it, but still look at it through today's lens, or is it just not okay?
I mean, that's definitely like a person by person thing, I think. However, I think I would be able to watch it, but as Paul mentioned earlier, I have thick skin, so things don't really faze me.
You're the only dramatic arts major from my old university that actually has it. Congratulations.
Yay! But I definitely think that like if somebody doesn't want to watch it or thinks it's wrong, like that's fair enough.
Sorry, I'm playing Pokemon Go.
Yeah, you can. I think you
I
can.
wasn't needed.
I think you can like enjoy art and also be like
An asshole.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, anybody can do that.
I think it's you have to be an asshole to enjoy art.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah. I think you can identify the problematic aspects of a piece of art and still enjoy it. Like you can still be like, James Bond gives me a thrill even though he's a massive misogynist and written by like a colonial asshole.
He's what?
1, 2, 3.
True! Yeah!
Oh, I got in on that one.
did it.
So good.
Segue from
Yeah.
massive
Welcome to
misogynist
the club.
Drew. This is bullshit.
Yo. When I type in Drew on my phone, autocorrect jumps in and goes, "Did you mean massive misogynist?"
Is that the new, like, if you look in the dictionary under massive misogynist, you see a picture of Drew? Is that the new version of that joke?
And then I hit a thing and just like, call massive misogynist, and it's like calling Drew.
Calling Regis Philbin.
Massive misogynist.
Ring, ring, ring. A millionaire! You was not. Yeah, I was just thinking like, You expected a man named Regis Philbin to be near the phone. Well, it's not.
He climbs out of the phone like the Grudge.
I hate smartphones.
Oh, don't we all?
Yeah.
Through today's lens, you say?
Yes.
I actually had a women's and gender studies professor tell me you can do that. I mean, not that I'm like waiting for her permission, but like I trust her opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good to look at it critically and say, that's not right, or things have changed. But I think, especially with stand-up comedy, especially with that, because stand-up comedians make their money off of pointing at the ridiculousness of things.
And when they're racist, that sort of instills this belief that, like, wow, isn't the mere existence of black people ridiculous?
There's a weird thing where people seem to like. I like watching stand-up comedy and I like reading YouTube comments and stuff.
Oh.
And there's a surprising number of people that are like,
I like
you
black
should be
people."
like the president or whatever. You're amazing. Like you make so many good points. And it's like,
You should be the president?
yeah, he's a stand-up comedian. What do you mean he should be the president?
Yeah.
To be fair, I've gotten a lot of people who tell me, like, you should go into politics based on, like, my Facebook posts, because it's really weird. I'm very
just, like, make a
non-serious.
rant, basically,
I'm not a very serious person, and yet my Facebook posts are almost, like, entirely,
It's a
like...
different person.
Yeah, it's like a paragraph of, like, here's why we need to take social issues really fucking seriously. Like, I just realized now that a lot of people that view me only online only see this half of me and don't see the fucking half of me that's, like, really fucking passionate about fucking stupid social issues.
Yeah, send Paul a friend request on Facebook.
You can't right now because I'm off of Facebook. Ah,
Oh.
wait, someone check that. Go on their phone and, like, Facebook.
I can't find it.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Darel's saving it. Wow, cool. Anyway, fuck you.
I think you overestimate how much we care about it.
That's fair. I overestimate a lot of people care about me. Anyway, so...
Not you, just the Facebook thing.
no, I know what I
Anyway.
said. I know what I fucking said.
But yeah, people take stand-up comedians too seriously,
Yeah.
I think, and they think that they're like speaking their mind in a way that like this is what they believe, not just like this is a funny thing they thought of and then they expanded it into a joke.
I'd even go a step further. I'd argue it's like necessary to look at the past to see what certain things got right and ask why didn't other things get it right. For example, the first season of Night Court, my favorite sitcom ever.
Fucking Night Court, Jesus Christ.
It's a decent point.
Carry on.
Do you want me to stop?
No, I don't know why, but you, for
I
whatever
like it a
reason,
lot.
every time you bring up Night Court, I just like, of course you're bringing up Night Court.
I like it a lot. I'm sorry, it's my favorite for reasons. It's not going to be my favorite, and I never bring it up.
Make your point. Make your point.
Do I have your fucking
You
permission?
have my blessing.
Oh, fuck you. With an iron stick. Anyway, in Night Court, Season 1 is really fucking sexist. Like, uncomfortably sexist. Season 2 is, like, starting to make good points. And then Season 3 and beyond is surprisingly empowering for women even by today's standards. And also, in Season 2, they had a gay character and the stereotypical Christian. Remember, this is a full decade before Seinfeld's "not that there's anything wrong with that," which is casually homophobic, right? The conservative guy goes like, "That Wilson guy, he's gay." And the next line from everyone who's gathered around the judge's bench is, and I quote, "And?" That's a tasteful fucking way to do it. Again, the 80s. Season 3, that same conservative guy, his best friend from childhood shows up to give him a visit, and she's now a she. And that's, like, she transitioned, basically.
This is in the middle of the AIDS pandemic.
Yeah, this is, like, late 80s.
Yeah.
And they had just had a trans person, and, like, argued for their validity fully straight-faced. And had the fucking conservative guy who hates gay people, let alone trans people, grapple with the fact that his best friend is now a woman. And that's, like, really fucking progressive. So,
That's real human drama.
if you ask me, yes.
Yeah.
And so I ask, why the fuck were 90s sitcoms so fucking homophobic and transphobic if during the 80s clearly sitcoms could get it right? That's why I take it the one step further, because you can see how I had to bring up fucking Night Court?
Yeah,
not a lot of
it's
other
a valid point. It's a
not
valid
a lot of other fucking sitcoms have a trans character.
It's a valid point.
Thank you. I mean MASH, but that was largely played as a joke. So so you have those sorts of things, and you have to ask yourself, then why the fuck was there still homophobia in sitcoms in the 90s?
So like it's not enough just to look back. You have to look back even further to see what the context was before the thing when it was made.
Yeah, as soon as I find one instance of a sitcom, let's say in the 50s, that was like treated black people as, I don't know what they are, human, then every sitcom afterwards is tainted because they didn't match the level of humanity that one piece of art showed.
Yeah, it's not like they're venturing into like undiscovered territory.
Yeah.
Treating black people like humans. It's like not only is that like pretty like universal, but also someone else has made a show doing that, and you're not doing it.
So I'd argue that it's not just like a choice of like, oh, can we look back at the past and look at these sorts of things? It's a necessity, not just to like show, hey, there were some sitcoms that did it right, but to remind us there were some sitcoms that did it fucking bad. Same thing with stand-up comedians. There were some stand-up comedians, even probably so back far as like, 70s, that were really kind to trans and gay people. So why the fuck were there so many comedians in the 80s, 90s, aughts, and 2010s that make fun of gay people so much? What's the point of it?
Culture doesn't just change like when one person.
No, but as soon as one person does it, that shows that the society
sets the
has the
standard.
capability of doing it, and everyone else should, in my opinion, look worse. I should look worse than people who are like less edgy than me. I won't argue that. Me and my current self, I should be like regarded like less highly in terms of like what social change is being done, and there are things that I need to do to step forward. So hence why I talked. Was it during the podcast? I don't think it was. That I was like, I made an anti-Semitic joke in 2019, and it got put in
yeah.
Yeah,
We didn't
and
talk about that on the podcast.
Okay. During a recording of a Let's Play on someone else's channel, I made an anti-Semitic joke in 2019, and like, I don't want to make those anymore. And this Let's Play only got released like a few weeks ago at time of recording. So now,
Oh really?
Yeah,
It just went up.
yeah.
I didn't know that part of the story.
Yeah. So now something with it was a one-off anti-Semitic joke about like, all money. Like that sort of thing. It wasn't like too offensive, but it was still contributing to the stereotype, and I feel like I can do better, and I need to make conscious choices about what I do better and how it enters the fucking, I don't know, social lexicon. Yeah. I did hijack this again. I've been talking a lot, you're right.
I mean, status quo.
Yeah,
I'm here for it, it's fine.
I'm tired.
I'm hungry, and I'd like some tea too.
Well, tough shit.
Yeah, fuck you, Luke. We're recording a Do we want to end it and go get some Harry's tea house?
Tough tea.
Yeah, it's about 2 hours now.
Oh shit! This has been Twig.
And Drew.
And Luke.
Daryl.
Drew? 3, 2, 1. Drew!
Bye.